Happy Sunday. What's up, Jeanette? What's up, Howard? How y'all doing? Hey, D. Happy Sunday. Oh, why am I so little over here? Let me try something, y'all. When I tell y'all, wait a minute. Hey, Tamika. Hold on. Okay, here we go. When I tell y'all, I got some news today. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but you see what my title says of this video. Hey, Lifeate. There's cars passing by. When you read the video, the title of the video, the live stream, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that recording today. What Prince said that he left before he passed. I need some good. Oh yes, okay. You need some good tea. Okay, y'all hit the like button. I'm gonna wait till a few more people come in before I get started with this. I should have charged my phone up. Hey, Janet. I should have charged my phone up. Oh, I'm at 23%. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, here it is, right here. Okay. What's up, so evil? Hold on. Oh, I ain't even dropped the link. Shame on me. I'm gonna have to close this window, my sliding doors. Because these people driving by, interfering with my live stream with they loud cars and things. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hotel. Yeah. Give me a second, everybody. I'll get into my IG. Okay. Okay. Back to the studio. How's everybody doing this Sunday? Excuse the noise in the background. Carlos cleaning the fish tank out. Okay, presents. Share screen. Share. I don't know why I got it twice, but
entertainment purposes only. This is the verbatim federal courtroom testimony of the Sean Diddy Combs trial, as reported by Inner City Press.
Jackie.
Day 3 of Sean Diddy Combs's federal trial was already drawing media frenzy, but no one expected what happened next. In a stunning move, the prosecution introduced a never-before-heard audio recording made by Prince just weeks before his death. The voice of the late music legend echoed through the courtroom, calm but haunted. As Prince named names, described private parties, and detailed what he claimed to have witnessed behind Diddy's closed doors, the entire room froze. But it was Diddy's reaction that changed the game. His carefully built persona crumbled in front of jurors as he erupted in an outburst that forced the judge to threaten contempt. This wasn't a rumor. It wasn't social media chatter. This was sworn evidence. And from that moment forward, the tone of the trial shifted forever. What Prince said, what he recorded in secret, may end up being the very testimony that brings everything crashing down. The morning of day 3 began like the 2 before it, but anyone in the room could tell something was different. The buzz in the air was sharper. The legal teams moved with an urgency they hadn't shown the day prior. Reporters scrambled for seats with a new kind of tension in their posture. Some of the court's staff were even overheard saying, "Today's going to be bad for someone." No one could have predicted just how right they were. Diddy entered the room like he had every morning, wearing a sharply tailored navy suit, his trademark smirk flickering in the corners of his mouth. He nodded to the gallery. His legal team remained composed, whispering among themselves, passing papers, eyes forward. Everything looked like business as usual, until a subtle shift happened near the prosecution's table. Two tech specialists quietly brought in equipment that hadn't been present on previous days. A small black audio device, a laptop, wires. One of them gave a quiet nod to the lead prosecutor, who looked down at the table, avoiding Diddy's gaze. Something had changed. Diddy didn't notice at first. He seemed relaxed, even confident. But those who were watching closely knew something was coming. The judge entered and made an unusual statement. "Today's evidence may evoke strong reactions. I expect complete composure." No one missed the way he glanced in Diddy's direction as he said it. Then came the moment that turned a criminal trial into a historic event. The prosecution requested to present what they called critical new audio evidence. The defense snapped to attention, immediately objecting. They hadn't been warned about any new exhibits. The courtroom murmured. Diddy's lead attorney stood and insisted the evidence be excluded, accusing the prosecution of sandbagging. But the judge had already seen the disclosure paperwork. It had been submitted, properly, legally. The judge's ruling came down with a thud. The evidence may be played. That's when the prosecutor finally said the words that hit like a bolt of lightning. "You are about to hear the final private recording made by Prince."
Most people don't believe that this was me. This was me at 319 pounds.
Rogers Nelson. The courtroom froze. All phones dropped to laps. Every journalist's fingers hovered above their keyboards. Even Diddy seemed confused. He looked at his lawyers, eyes slightly wide, as if to ask, "What is this?" Then the prosecutor connected the device and pressed play. The voice that echoed through the courtroom wasn't the confident, flamboyant Prince the world knew. It was quiet, low, uneasy. "I'm making this recording because I don't know who I can trust anymore," Prince began. The tone sent chills down the spines of everyone listening. This wasn't a performance. It was a confession. In the recording, Prince said he'd attended private parties hosted by Diddy at properties in Miami, the Hamptons, and Los Angeles. He described what he saw in unsettling detail: young artists being separated from their handlers, encouraged to drink and take pills, private rooms with locked doors, cameras hidden in fixtures, no security personnel allowed inside. The exact same pattern Cassie Ventura described during her first 2 days on the stand. Prince wasn't vague. He named names. He mentioned specific dates, including a December 2015 party in Beverly Hills. And he described behavior that matched earlier witness testimony almost word for word. But what made this different, what made the courtroom shift from disbelief to alarm, was that Prince was speaking with full knowledge of what he was doing. "If something happens to me," he said, "this recording needs to go to the press or the police, either one." As Prince's voice played, Diddy's body language changed entirely. His eyes narrowed, his mouth twitched. He stopped whispering to his lawyers. He leaned forward, hunched slightly. His face was pale. Jurors began watching him as closely as they listened to the tape. Then Prince said something that broke the room. "These aren't just parties. They're traps." The silence was so complete, you could hear Prince breathing between words. In the back row, a woman visibly cried. In the front row, A reporter dropped her pen. Diddy's attorney placed a hand on his client's arm, trying to calm him. Diddy pulled away. Prince continued, explaining that he had warned Diddy about what he saw, that he approached him during an after-party in 2016 and told him the manipulation of young artists and guests had to stop. Prince claimed Diddy laughed and told him, "You might be Prince, but you're not untouchable."
Oh, is
That line hit the courtroom like a gunshot. Diddy's lips moved. He whispered something to his team. One of his attorneys grabbed a yellow legal pad and began writing furiously. Another turned to look at the judge, as if waiting for permission to object. But there was nothing to object to. The damage was being done in real time. Just when the courtroom seemed at its most tense, when Prince's calm but damning words continued with relentless detail, Diddy snapped. The tape had moved on to describe another party, this one from March 2016, involving multiple celebrities and one disturbing incident upstairs.
Ooh-wee.
As Prince named the address, a location already referenced by the prosecution's forensic timeline, Diddy couldn't take it anymore. "That's a lie!" he shouted, standing suddenly.
What?
His voice echoed off the courtroom walls, startling even the bailiffs. The reaction was instant.
This ain't true.
Diddy rushed forward.
Huh?
His lawyers
This
stood
ain't
and
true.
tried to pull him back into his seat. One attorney hissed,
Pause
"Sit
that real
down."
quick.
But
This is an AI story.
Well, but he did go off in court. I seen some other people say it. So I'm wondering, did he go off about that?
They haven't played anything. They've only had testimonies of people.
Oh yeah, but not
Yeah,
that.
but I still want to listen to this because it sounds the AI is doing this thing.
Okay.
Diddy's voice rose again. "He wasn't even there. That never happened." The judge slammed his gavel down repeatedly. "Mr. Combs, control yourself, or I will hold you in contempt." The courtroom was now in full meltdown. Jurors exchanged shocked glances. Two looked visibly disturbed. A court sketch artist later told reporters that she had to erase and redraw Diddy's face 3 times. His expression changed so violently during the outburst. The judge restored order and instructed the prosecution to pause the tape. Diddy's breathing was labored. His hands trembled on the defense table. His pristine image, the billionaire mogul, the unbothered icon, was gone. And in its place sat a man, visibly panicked, cornered, and crumbling in front of a jury. For the prosecution, this was no accident. Court insiders later confirmed what many suspected. They'd timed this tape deliberately. After days of slow build-up, small testimonies, and methodical cross-examinations, they chose this moment, day 3, because they believed it would be when Diddy's guard was finally down. And it worked. He showed the jury everything they needed to see. Rage, guilt, loss of control, all without anyone cross-examining him. And Prince's voice hadn't even finished. After a brief recess to regain control of the courtroom, the judge instructed the prosecution to resume playback of the Prince audio. But by then, the atmosphere had completely changed. No one whispered. No one typed. Even the court sketch artist had stopped drawing. All eyes were locked on the courtroom speakers. The voice of a dead man now controlled the most powerful room in entertainment law. Prince's voice picked up where it left off, with him describing what he called an organized system of manipulation that he had seen firsthand. He spoke slowly, choosing his words like a man who knew what he was saying might never be heard again unless the worst happened. "What I've seen, it's not something you can just forget," he said.
Why are women everywhere choosing Abby X, the new tummy tuck alternative?
I got the tummy tuck.
They make it seem glamorous, but I've watched it ruin people. He referenced parties hosted at Diddy's private residences. Again, not just vague recollections, but exact details. Layouts of rooms, names of guests, even the color of the furniture in certain lounges. It all lined up with earlier testimonies from Cassie Ventura and 2 other unnamed witnesses. Most chilling, however, were Prince's references to NDAS and hush payments. "I've seen the contracts," Prince said in the recording. "I've seen the money change hands. $2 million here, $1.5 million there, and I've seen what happens to the people who try to leave. They disappear, not physically, but musically, socially. Gone." Diddy, still seated but visibly shaking, stared straight ahead with a blank expression. His eyes didn't blink for nearly a minute, according to a court reporter seated behind him. One of his lawyers quietly passed him a folded tissue. He didn't take it. Then Prince dropped another bomb. "I warned him at the Grammy after-party," he said, referring to Diddy. "I told him, flat out, this is going to catch up to you. He told me, you might be Prince, but I own this game, and people like you don't change it. They get erased."
Damn.
That line reverberated through the room like thunder. Diddy didn't react outwardly, but his jaw tensed. A juror in the front row shook her head. Another leaned back, stunned. This wasn't just a piece of evidence anymore. It was a character assassination with surgical precision. From someone with no reason to lie, no stake in the trial, and no possibility of being cross-examined. Prince, from beyond the grave, was painting a portrait of Diddy not as a flawed man, but as a manipulative predator with a carefully crafted empire of silence and control. And the prosecution wasn't even finished with the tape. If you've ever watched a trial fall apart in real time, this was the moment. The prosecution had built a slow-burning fire, with Cassie Ventura's 4 days of testimony, threading together years of abuse, manipulation, and secrets. But now, through the voice of Prince, they had poured gasoline on it. Prince began explaining his own fears. "I didn't speak out during my life," he said, "because I saw what happened to people who did. I watched them lose their contracts, get dropped from tours, shut out of award shows. It's not just about power, it's about fear. Fear keeps everyone quiet." He detailed a moment at one of Diddy's events where he believed a guest was being secretly recorded. "I saw cameras in the chandelier," Prince said. "I mentioned it to a producer who shrugged and said, 'That's just how it is.' The implication? Blackmail. Surveillance. Control not just through money, but through secrets. It matched stories that had surfaced years ago, rumors of footage Diddy kept for leverage. None of it ever confirmed. Until now. Prince didn't speculate. He documented. "I've got files," he said. "Hard drives, tapes, photographs, all dated, all organized. I gave copies to 3 people. If anything happens to me, check with them." This was no longer just a recording. This was a whistleblower's blueprint, and it explained why Diddy had lost control earlier in the day. He likely knew what else might be out there. He likely recognized details that only someone inside his inner circle could have known. The precision of the tape, its alignment with the prosecution's existing timeline, was too perfect to ignore. As the recording neared its conclusion, Prince said something that may haunt this trial forever. "I've spent my life trying to protect my music, but now I realize it's the people who needed protection. And no one was doing it. Not really. Not when it mattered." The recording clicked off. Silence. The courtroom stayed frozen. And then, the prosecutor delivered her
Tired of typing tons of notes during class? There's finally a better way. It's called Otter.
line. "No further questions, Your Honor." She didn't have to say anything else. Prince had done the heavy lifting. From the grave. Immediately after court was adjourned for the day, Diddy's team moved fast. They filed an emergency motion to suppress the Prince recording, claiming the audio's origin couldn't be independently verified, that the witness was deceased and couldn't be cross-examined, and that the tape was prejudicial in nature. But they knew it was too late. The jury had heard it. And worse, they'd seen Diddy break. Legal analysts outside the courtroom were already reacting. "You don't recover from something like that," said one. "The jury just saw the defendant lose control while hearing the voice of one of the most respected artists of all time." Back inside the courtroom, reporters noted that Diddy barely spoke after the tape finished. He leaned forward on the defense table, elbows digging into the wood, staring at the floor. His lawyer tried to speak to him. He nodded, but didn't respond. He looked smaller, fragile, like the world had finally caught up with him. But perhaps the most damning moment came not from the courtroom, but from the jury box. As the judge dismissed the jury for the evening, 3 jurors lingered, glancing back at Diddy. One shook their head slowly. Another appeared visibly disturbed. You don't need a transcript to understand what was happening in their minds. They had just witnessed something that would stay with them forever. Prince had done more than damage Diddy's defense. He'd altered the trajectory of the entire trial. And the scariest part for Diddy? Prince said he'd left more behind. As the courtroom remained silent after the recording's final moment, the full weight of Prince's message settled like a fog over everyone present. It wasn't just what he had said. It was how he said it. Measured, mournful, intentional. His voice was calm, but his words carried the weight of fear, frustration, and finality. The very last thing Prince said in the recording, right before it clicked off, was this: "If anything happens to me, make sure this gets to the right people. This isn't just about protecting myself. It's about protecting the ones who never got to speak." No music followed, no signature falsetto, just silence. When the audio cut, it was like the air had been vacuumed from the room. Nobody clapped, nobody whispered. Even the gavel didn't sound for several seconds. The judge looked down at his notes, glanced toward the jury, and took a long breath before resuming. Everyone knew what had just happened wasn't just a legal tactic. It was a cultural earthquake. The judge gave a calm but firm reminder to the jury. You are not to consider the source's death as evidence of truth or guilt. Evaluate the content in context with the full record. But anyone watching could see it in the jurors' faces. They weren't just processing testimony. They were feeling it. Diddy sat motionless, almost ghostly. His hands were still, his expression blank. He had no fight left in his eyes. For the first time in the trial, he looked less like a billionaire mogul and more like a man facing the real possibility of collapse. And though court was adjourned for the day, no one truly left the courtroom. They drifted, stunned, like survivors of something they couldn't yet explain. Outside, reporters used words like unprecedented, game changer, and career-ending. Legal pundits on streaming panels were already speculating on how this one piece of audio might tip the balance of the entire case. But perhaps the most important shift had already happened. Not in the law, but in the narrative. Diddy was no longer a man accused. He was now a man named, by someone the world still loved, trusted, and missed. And that trust, It couldn't be cross-examined. Jurors are instructed to judge only what's presented in court, to set emotion aside and deal only with facts. But no human being can unhear a dead legend naming names, describing crimes, and pleading for the world to listen. And no juror can unsee what happened to Diddy's carefully crafted mask once that recording played. What the jury witnessed on day 3 was a psychological breakdown in real time. A man who, for decades, had been at the top of his industry, unraveling in front of their eyes. They saw his body jerk upright when Prince named a specific party date. They saw him mutter, sweat, twitch. And then they saw him explode, screaming across the courtroom that Prince was lying before being threatened with contempt by the judge. But the most damaging part wasn't the outburst. It was the silence after. Diddy didn't recover. Not emotionally, not physically, not legally. He sat with slumped shoulders for the rest of the day, occasionally putting his head in his hands. And the jury, once mildly attentive, now leaned in for every moment. They weren't watching the lawyers anymore. They were watching him. This shift is what prosecutors pray for but rarely get. It's one thing to present strong evidence. It's another to create a moment of transformation, where jurors go from neutral to locked in, from skeptical to believing. And that's what happened here. Psychologists call it anchor bias. When someone experiences a pivotal moment of impact, it becomes the lens through which they view everything else. From this point on, every piece of defense testimony would be seen through the lens of Prince's voice and Diddy's reaction to it. One juror was even seen wiping tears from her eyes as the audio ended. Another clasped his hands together in a way that looked more like prayer than composure. Whatever story the defense thought they were telling, it had just been drowned out by a voice that couldn't be cross-examined and a defendant who had finally stopped pretending. The day after Prince's recording played, the court came back to life, but nothing felt the same. Even before testimony resumed, there was speculation that more recordings could exist. That Prince's vault, long rumored to hold hundreds of unreleased works, might contain other pieces of information beyond just music. One insider from the prosecution's team, speaking off-record, said flatly, "We believe Prince was documenting something bigger, and this may not be the only thing he left behind." The possibility sent ripples across the entertainment industry. Who else might be mentioned? What other names are sealed inside that vault? How far did Prince's concerns really go? What's clear is that this trial is no longer just about Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. It's no longer just about freak-offs, NDAs, and past abuse. It has become a referendum on the entire culture Diddy helped build. And thanks to Prince, that culture now has a voice of resistance. Investigate.
What happened? Michelle.
I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, what you think, so evil?
Oh.
Could they really play an audio?
No, you can't. You can't. They don't do that
Mm-hmm.
because what is that motion that they say? The person's not there to tell the story.
Mm-hmm. And
So
they can't cross-examine audio. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So no, this really didn't happen. Somebody's making a story.
They did a good job. He had me entertained.
They planned the hell out of it.
Okay. Oh man. Hold on, let me see.
Have everybody entertained right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, Diddy's lawyer would have threw this out as soon as it popped up.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We got this one here also.
Defense getting to Cassie. How was her demeanor in court today?
To watch someone who is visibly pregnant sort of take deep breaths at times. She's keeping her cool. Honestly, she didn't cry or anything like that. Obviously, early on in the testimony, there were some things that had her in tears. But today, she's been very calm, very measured, especially considering the audio clip that we heard of her threatening to kill someone. I looked over at the jury box because I was wanting to hear their reaction as we're hearing in real time her voice threatening several times to kill someone because she's concerned about this freak off video, and the jurors were shocked. I saw the eyebrows raised. I saw them listening. And I think to hear her voice in court and see how calm and measured she is, and then to hear that side of her, again, it was in 2014 that this audio clip was something that she recorded, but clearly she's threatening someone who she thinks might release a freak off video, and she's worried about it.
And the person that she was threatening was one of Diddy's associates.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
So you saw the jurors' reactions to that audio tape. What was Diddy's reaction? What was Cassie's own reaction when she heard her audio?
She just kind of looked down. I mean, she wasn't, and it was hard for me. I had to literally, I have a great shot of the jury in terms of where I'm sitting. I can see Sean Combs. I have to sort of raise up to look at Cassie Ventura, but she seems to be very calm. I mean, I think she knows that some of this evidence was going to come out. So she's answering the questions, yes, no. When she doesn't remember something, she's very clear about that. But the prosecution, the defense has been trying to poke some holes into the testimony she gave about the alleged rape that she said took place toward the end of their relationship.
How are they trying to poke holes in that alleged rape that took place?
The timeline. They're looking at the timeline. They're asking her questions. Well, was it this time or that time? They're also looking at around that same time she was still talking to or dating, as she says, her now husband, Alex Fine. So they're trying to really, in many ways, I think what they're trying to do is question her credibility.
Trying to make it seem like she cheated on her husband.
Time from her now husband while she was having sex with
He's
Diddy.
trying.
Is that again?
Diddy is trying to make her husband upset.
Uh-huh. Damn. That's crazy.
Still, when they're not together.
Right. That's crazy.
Trying to poke holes in her story.
I think that's where it goes back to how much can we trust this person, because they're entering evidence with phone records and different things to show, well, you were with this person at this time, or you sent that message, but yet you were dating this person. This is about a criminal enterprise, and there are several elements to that don't necessarily speak to if she was in bed with Diddy or if she was FaceTiming her now husband. So I think they're trying to use what they can, again, to discredit her overall as a witness, because this is also about beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, they try.
Diddy's personality, his temper has come up. And today, his own defense lawyer said, could it have been his bipolar disorder? What was the reaction in the court?
Oh,
Right.
hell.
So again,
There
this
they
is
go.
a moment where the prosecution's asking Ventura about testimony that she gave. I didn't see a reaction, so to speak, from the jurors necessarily when this issue came up. But again, it speaks to these mood swings that they've been talking about that he has, that Ventura has said 1 minute he could be nice and he could be kind, but with the drugs and with the alcohol, it was a completely different person.
The prosecutors are hoping that Cassie's testimony wraps up today. They're afraid she's going to go into labor over the weekend. What are you hearing inside of the courtroom and rumblings as to, whether or not she will be wrapped up today, and what would happen if she doesn't finish her testimony? What would happen to the case?
To watch someone who is that far along in their pregnancy breathe, kind of take their time, ask for breaks, it's not shocking that they want to get her off this stand so she can focus on having her third child.
Even more text messages are being revealed today. And one text message in particular, Cassie writes, "I'm lost without you." How damaging was that text message?
Honestly, Rachel, there have been several text messages where she shows that she wants to be with Sean Combs for the rest of her life. We know now that she called herself Cece for Cassie Combs. We know now that she wanted to have a child with him. She saw herself as a wife. So to say those things at this point is not that surprising. But even the defense ended their argument with a text message from 2012, which appears to show Combs saying, I want to do our last freak off. And then she says something to the effect of, I don't want it to be our last freak off. I want it to be the first for the rest of my life. That's what she said. But what was so interesting is on redirect, the prosecution showed the context of that text where she then says, I don't want to do freak offs anymore.
That's the head spin right there.
It is. And I think you could feel that energy in the courtroom.
Right.
Because I looked over at one of my colleagues and I like, did I write this down correctly? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, but that's sort of what makes this case so interesting, because you have someone who was in this long-term committed relationship, and they say they had breaks at times, but 11 years is not something to sneeze at. And that was a long time that they were together, but it was complicated, it's complex. But Cassie Ventura maintains throughout that she really didn't want to do these freak offs, that she just wanted to be with Sean Combs.
We're anticipating that on Monday, Dawn Richard will be taking the stand. What might we expect to hear from her testimony?
Yeah, Dawn Richard was famously in that Making a Band that was created by Combs, and she filed a lawsuit last year, a civil suit, saying that she was physically and emotionally abused.
Wow. More explosive testimony to come.
Absolutely. The book.
Oh, yes.
So
tell me about the book.
Something else that I thought was interesting is sort of this timeline that the defense laid out. And they showed that Combs and Cassie Ventura had been in contact with each other via text in 2020. This is around the time she had just had her first child. He's congratulating her and saying Frankie's beautiful, so using her daughter's name. And it seemed like they were both sort of having this exchange of sending love and sending light, and I hope your family's well. And one of the last texts Cassie Ventura sent was something to the effect of, I hope one day we'll have an opportunity to talk soon. The defense said, and you never got that opportunity, did you? That was in 2020. Then they built up the case and said, oh, by the way, in October of 2023, you moved back home. Is that correct? And she said, well, yeah, I moved back with my parents. You guys have a modest home, your family home where you grew up. And she said, she said, yeah, modest home. So they reiterated, so your mother, your father, your husband, and your 2 children moved back to Connecticut to move to LA. She talks about, yeah, we were transitioning. We wanted to come to the East Coast. Then they said, where was your financial income? Where was the money coming from? Your husband was a physical trainer. That's correct. She answers the question, yes, he was a physical trainer. They're getting to this idea that money was tight around this time. She moves back home. She's not necessarily feeding into that narrative on the stand. But then they go to that November 2023, a settlement is filed in which she winds up getting $20 million, which we now know. But today we learned that the book that she wanted to offer the rights to Sean Combs for $30 million, she called it The Dark Times. For anyone who's been following this story, many of us know that in 2022, Sean Combs at the BET Awards literally shouted out Cassie and said, thank you for holding me down during the dark times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Plot twist. That is wild.
But again, it's all about them trying to create this narrative that money was down. She never got the opportunity to have this sit down that she wanted. But to show that things were apparently all good in 2020, almost 2 years after they split up, they're sending each other light and love. And now here we are, 2025. And not only was there a civil settlement, now you've got someone facing criminal charges.
I also found it interesting that when asked if she hates Diddy,
she said, I never hated him.
And still to this day
doesn't hate him to this day. Yeah. It's a lot to parse out.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's crazy. I don't know which way this gonna wind up turning.
Well, I can't wait for Dawn to finish testifying because Diddy is trying to get them to drop the lawsuit against him with her.
Have you been keeping up on her part?
Yeah, I know Dawn is.
Can you send it to me?
No, I haven't kept nothing, but
yeah, that's what I was talking about.
but yeah, Don, she was there for. Let me tell you, I knew something was up with Don and him allegedly when Danity Kane was together when we first started out, because Don named the group. Don wrote most of the music. Hey, Nick Nation, Renee,
So,
Jackie.
Nick Nation,
Yeah. So
Renee, how you doing?
Don wrote most of all their music,
Mm-hmm.
and she named the group. So Diddy don't own that name. Don owns that name.
Oh,
Okay, so she gets revenue from it. Diddy couldn't stop her from that because that was the smartest thing she ever did. But
I agree with that.
always said Don, 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 Don. He always said that.
Mm-hmm. You think he felt threatened by her?
No, he was allegedly doing her and beating her.
Oh, I'm saying no. During court, do you think he feel like she's a threat to his?
Yeah, she know a lot of shit.
Man, damn.
Don knows a lot. She's been with Cassie from the beginning. It's Aubrey said posted the other day that she's not gonna testify. And Aubrey needs to testify.
Damn.
Because Aubrey has been screaming it from day one about him. That he does this, he does that, and nobody listened to Aubrey. And now here it is where Aubrey is saying it, and it's come to light.
Right. Damn. That's crazy.
I tell you, they need to get Freddie from making the band. They need him to testify. Cause he was a big he was just like Aubrey. He was telling it to nobody can't say it enough. But I'm thinking, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. How many of y'all watch Making the Band?
I didn't see that.
Okay, well, the chat. How many of y'all watch Making the Band when Freddie P was on there and Chopper? Okay, so if anybody was watching that, let me tell you, Freddie P was vocal. He was a fighter. Okay. Allegedly, yeah, Neek Nation. Okay, let me tell you. Neek says she watched it. Okay, so Neek, when Freddie was on, I love Dylon too. Dylon the Dillinger. Yeah, Neek Nation. Okay, but Freddie stuck to himself. He liked to fight. Okay, and he was not crazy. He was sane. He was a good rapper and everything. Remember that? Okay. Now, if you go watch a Freddie P live, and to make it so bad, I hate to say this, but after we had that thing with Mookie, Mookie had Freddie P live on his show.
What?
He did an interview with him. He interviewed Freddie P.
What?
Yes, Mookie did.
Oh.
It's on Mookie's page. Mookie interviewed. Well, I don't know if he took them down or not, but Mookie interviewed Freddie P.
Dang.
And I sat there and kind of listened because Freddie P was telling some shit over there. But Neek Nation, Freddie P right now is Looney Tune in the mind. His mind is gone. I think he got snatched into a Diddy party, allegedly. because
Ooh.
he is adamant about Diddy.
Damn.
And yes, right, Nick Nation. He was always standing on his business, but his mind is kind of warped. Freddie is homeless.
Hey, Letiska.
Hey, Letiska. Freddie is homeless. And
Damn.
his mind is not right. But he does tell you about them Diddy parties. I think somebody snatched him up. Yeah. See? Nick Nation, his mind is gone, okay? I wasn't tripping. I think somebody gave him something.
Oh, hey.
And he's gone because he was adamant about what Diddy was doing, talking about how he left him broke. He was doing this, he was doing that, and next thing you know, his mind is gone.
Wow. You think the diddler got to him?
Allegedly, I think so.
Allegedly, yeah.
Because he's not right in the head. And even Nick Nation, he is not right in the head now. And it is something's wrong. You How was your trip to Hawaii?
Well, now they say that Diddy sucks Prince Harry into trafficking cesspool. Nancy Grace. Hold on. Let's see.
Nancy Grace. Don't you play her.
What? She'll get you?
Hell yeah, Nancy Grace will get your ass.
Glad you said something.
Play her voice, but don't play her.
Okay, hold on.
Shit, Nancy Grace will strike you faster than you can.
I played her once before.
Have you?
I think if I'm not mistaken, a while ago, when they started talking about him, it's sad. Like someone gave him some bad drugs. Oh wow.
Yes, hey, I'm telling you, somebody gave him something.
Damn. Ooh.
But yeah, go on and play Nancy Grace.
Okay.
I like her.
Me too.
Prince Harry into a sex traffic.
Wait a minute.
Breaking news tonight. Diddy sucks Prince Harry into a sex traffic cesspool. This as Justin Bieber makes a bombshell announcement amid claims he too was abused by Sean Combs. Diddy grilling Cassie on an NFL mystery lover as a Chris Brown romance reveal.
Yeah.
Good evening, Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us. This as reports Sean Combs.
Real quick. He took Cassie's passport, her car,
I heard,
and her condo away from her because he said she was grinding on Chris Brown.
Damn.
But I thought Chris was your little bruh.
Right.
See? Motherfuckers ain't your little bruh.
Hold on, let's see her.
Roll.
She is comparing Combs to a Tootsie Roll.
Itty bitty ditty. Itty bitty ditty. Itty bitty ditty, the Tootsie Roll. Sean Combs is Tootsie Roll. Yeah, I said that, but I didn't say it first. An alleged victim said it first, but let's get to now. Joining us outside the courthouse, Lauren Conlon, investigative reporter and star of Pop Crime.
Hold on, pause that real quick. They said allegedly Diddy has a Tootsie Roll. Yeah, so you know Jason Lee had to come and defend the Tootsie Rolls, not Diddy. Jason Lee said, "Hey, Tootsie Roll is my favorite candy. Don't do me like that."
Right.
Y'all better call him something else. Y'all better say it's the size of something else. But stop saying it looked like a Tootsie Roll.
Just keep it at itty bitty ditty.
That's what I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it like this. That's why he was so obsessed with her because he didn't have nothing to back it up. If you are a man and you ain't got nothing down there, you're insecure.
Right.
So you want to watch other men that have bigger things than you.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And that's what turned him on, because they couldn't do what they did to her.
Right. He couldn't do what they did to her.
Yeah, he couldn't do. But if you in the itty bitty committee, bruh.
But can't you get some black men get surgery for that nowadays?
Yeah, but let me tell y'all. let me tell y'all. This is funny. Also, because
Hold on, I'll be right back. Go ahead.
A lot of bisexual men have little bitty things. That's why they go both ways. Because they can't please a woman and they want a man to please them. Clock that T. Clock that T, so. Hey. But yeah. He had to watch other people. Because he couldn't do it. I don't know how you have all them kids, good boy. What was you doing? Somebody got to be lying, because I ain't having no kid with nobody that got a little bitty thing. Allegedly. That'll turn me off.
What happened?
I said, how he got all them kids? If you got a little bitty thing, allegedly, that would turn me off. I ain't having no kid with nobody that can't give it to me.
When it comes to money, you know what I mean? Money is the key. Money is the key.
I'm gonna tell you like it. I'm sorry. I'm not having. If I can't feel you, you ain't gonna feel me. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be laying there and you just gonna be. I'm be like, what the fuck, bro?
Hey, is you in yet,
bro? Hold on. I'm gonna be like this. I don't even do this, but you're gonna have to hit the back end of me so I can feel that shit, because that's gonna hurt back there.
Okay.
Ninja.
What the hell?
I'm gonna be like this. Ninja, get your little 2 inches of fun somewhere else. You gotta go, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
That's
Tootsie Roll.
Nigga, I ain't playing with no Tootsie Rolls. Nigga, no bazooka gums.
So were you stupid? Oh my god.
Fuck it. Some motherfucking Rolos.
Damien. I hear you stiggling, Damien.
Yeah, that's a little.
Hold on. You know them little mini Milky Ways. I ain't with you. I can't help you, bruh.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna be one. I'm gonna be one to be honest with you up front, so that you won't hit me, and I have to unalive you.
Yeah,
and then I don't want to have to. I don't want us to have to go back and forth on swinging.
Fact.
Well, as soon as you pull your pants down, I'm gonna start throwing up, so I can say, "Oh, I got a stomach virus." I can't go right now. I'll be back in a couple of days when this.
I got a headache.
And now your headache ain't gonna work, because mom be like, "I'll knock at a headache." No, that little thing won't do it. So I might as well just throw up.
Oh Lord.
And get up out of there.
Oh my God.
And then when a motherfucker say, "Well, can you put your mouth on it?" I don't want to swallow that. Ain't nothing there, nigga. What you gonna that's like putting some this is some dental floss in my teeth, nigga. I ain't got time for that.
said dinner flop. Damn, that's why. Oh my God.
Hey, nigga, I ain't got
Yeah.
time for that little ass shit.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Get your butt on somewhere. That's why he's setting over. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I can bet. I can bet all the money that I have. He was setting over there while Cassie was telling what them freak offs was, and up underneath them clothes, that man was over there ejaculating.
Yeah, they said he was doing that while he was watching her, with other men.
No, I'm talking about in the courtroom.
Oh,
while she was talking about it, he ain't had nothing for so long. He was over there holding his legs together because he was feeling it,
fantasizing.
Yeah,
And she was telling the story. Ooh,
he was remembering everything that went on.
right.
And then when she said, and then he took the cum off of me and rubbed it on his nipples. He was over there with his eyes rolling in the back of his head, with his eyes straight ahead. He was actually rolling them back. Oh God, woohoo! He couldn't wait to get back to that cell to give him a 1, 2, 3 stroke. I swear to God, he went into they gave him paperwork so he could go back to his cell and gave pictures of her in the paperwork. He was in that cell like 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh. That's what I tell you. Mates. That man, he was reading her testimony and looking at the picture and going to work. You can best believe he was.
Oh man.
He couldn't wait for them to get into that cell and put a curtain up so he could do what he wanted to do in that room. Shit. And his cellmate, if his cellmate was the right one, he ended up allegedly paying him good money to tap that.
Oh, I don't think he got no roommate. I think he he's home alone.
Shit, R. Kelly got a roommate, right? He ain't no special one.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby had a roommate. He ain't special. So he got a roommate in there with him too. Shit. He is in federal custody. He got a roommate. Shit. And he in there eating them slams and everything.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how Prince Harry got caught up in all this.
It's just because they went to a couple of parties.
Girl.
Him and Megan, I don't know if they stayed late.
Damn. Hold on. Let's see here.
What is this I'm hearing about a mystery NFL lover? And what does that have to do with Sean Combs being charged with sex trafficking and RICO, criminal enterprise? They're just dragging Cassie through the mud for no reason.
Waking up sore and stiff, your pillow might be to blame. Today, I would like to introduce this neck pillow.
I agree with you, Nancy. A lot of what we're hearing on the stand from Cassie, many of us are questioning what this has to do with anything besides laying a foundation. But the NFL player, we heard about this mysterious NFL player that really was trying to get us to see why Diddy was jealous. We also heard about a 2013 incident where Diddy was jealous of Cassie because she was allegedly dancing with Chris Brown and he stole her phone. Cassie actually denied on the stand that she was dancing with Chris Brown at all, but she does remember him stealing her phone. There was another incident we heard about.
Who stole the phone, Chris?
I don't know.
Or Diddy? Wait a minute. Okay.
It was pretty traumatizing for her, where she was driving with Diddy in the car to a doctor's appointment, and he told her, "Hey, text your mom you're okay." And I'm paraphrasing. As soon as she unlocked her phone, she said that Diddy grabbed it, ran off with it, and she didn't get it back for a few hours, and her mom called the police.
What?
Wow. You know what? I'm going to follow up with a shrink in just a few moments about the type of power and control. When I was working at the Battered Women's Center as a volunteer, Lauren, at that juncture, everybody was still tethered to the wall with a phone, right? And the perp would snatch the phone out of the wall. Here, same thing, different decade. So what else is happening in the courtroom beside the defense trying to drag Cassie Ventura through the mud? And after a particular moment of shredding her on cross-exam, Sean Combs had a hot mic incident where you could hear him say, "I'm proud of you," to the lawyer that was attacking Cassie Ventura.
I thought that her approach was gentle. She wasn't badgering Cassie, and that was strategic. Well, we are not really seeing that on the remainder of the cross. We're seeing a lot of Cassie being called out for things. She had alleged an incident where Diddy seemed to have this almost mafioso type dinner, and these are my words, after she heard about someone allegedly having an FO tape. Well, there was an explosive recording played where Cassie approached this person about the FO tape, and she said things like, "I will kill you. I will bury you under the dirt." Again, I'm paraphrasing. And then she said, "And it won't be me. I won't have blood on my hands. It'll be someone else." Ooh. So, that wasn't great. I did feel for Cassie on that. Yeah. And Nancy, we actually heard about Jonathan Odie. We actually heard from Cassie herself that she saw him hold up a phone during an FO, and she went to tell Sean Combs, and the prosecutor asked her, "Well, do you know what happened? Did he pay him off? Do you know about this?" Cassie alleged she didn't know, but the rest of us know what happened.
So, wait, you're telling me that it just came out on the stand that Jonathan Odie was brought up, and we've got him on tape saying in 2018 that he was a sex slave to Sean Combs, and that Combs would make him have sex with Cassie Ventura and sit back and watch the whole time, and that Combs paid him off. He even mentioned Mark Garagos in that 2018 recording. That's not the best picture he ever took, but that said, now Odie has come out as part of the cross-examination, and Cassie Ventura describes an incident where Odie was videoing a freak-off, as you say, FO.
Mm-hmm. Yes, apparently he lifted his phone up and she freaked out and she told Sean Combs, and she alleged that she didn't know that he paid him off, but she knew that essentially he took care of it. Also, the company they were using, the escort company, and Angels, it was revealed that this escort service was part of a reality show called Gigolos.
Okay, Lauren Collin, you're just full of probative information. What they're doing right now is dragging Cassie Ventura through the mud in an attempt to make her look like the bad person. But I still say that tape, that intercontinental tape, is going to carry the day. What else has happened on the stand today?
So, speaking of trying to make Cassie look bad, they brought up a slew of text messages after that incident. And I know what they were going for. I mean, they were trying to say that they had a relationship after the incident. But in my opinion, as an observer, Cassie said something like, I don't want Friday to happen again, referencing the beatdown. And Diddy said something like, "F Friday, LOL." And she kind of said LOL back. And I'm thinking, that's how you want to treat, a beatdown like that? When you abuse the person you love, you say LOL, F Friday? I didn't think that made Diddy look good. And I know they were trying to make Cassie look bad for corresponding with him. Additionally, Cassie had alleged that occurred in August of 2018, and the defense attorney found transcripts where she told the government that it happened in September of 2018, really trying to, again, poke holes in her story. And they also showed us text messages between Cassie and Diddy after the alleged, where he said, "I know I didn't turn you on. I've fallen off." And she responds with a heart emoji. So there's a lot of that going on. And I have to say, Nancy, it's been so wild to hear the evidentiary stuff before the trial starts, because it's like we're sitting there and we're listening to a federal judge say the term freak off, which is just wild.
Hey guys, joining us at the courthouse, star of Pop Crime TV, co-host Lauren Conlon. Lauren, we've heard about Jonathan Odie. We've heard about a mystery NFL lover. What was that about? You told me about Chris Brown, but what about the NFL star?
Ooh. Listen, I don't know much about sports, but I plan on looking this up after, because that was a moment that many of us were like, who did she date in the NFL? And I believe the year, don't quote me on this, but it was sometime between 2013 and 2015.
Lauren Conlon, tell me how Cassie is holding up on the stand. How does she look today?
She looks beautiful. Her hair is down. She has a white shirt and a black jacket. And again, she remains poised. She remains composed. She's answering the questions as best she can. And we're going through pages and pages of text messages from 10 years ago. So it's trying. And when I was leaving the courtroom for lunch, I saw her lawyers walk in, bringing her some Dunkin' Donuts for lunch.
And how is the jury responding? How did their demeanors throughout the day today?
Overall, this jury has been very stoic, very rarely showing emotion, as well as Combs' family. Everyone seems to be pretty composed.
Lauren Conlon joining us outside the courtroom. I'll talk to you in just a few moments, Lauren Conlon. Let's bring in the entire panel. Joining me, an all-star panel to make sense of what we are learning right now. But first, I want to go straight out to Robert Crispin joining us, private investigator at Crispin Special Investigations, but for my purposes, former federal task force officer for the United States Department of Justice, DEA Miami Field Division, never lack of business, former homicide, and for today, former vice cop. Robert Crispin, I put a lot of female victims on the stand. Okay, I've put a female preacher on the stand. I've taken a depo from a nun in a different case. I've put prostitutes on the stand. I've put dope addicts on the stand. It never fails, whether it's a female preacher or a prostitute. They get dragged through the mud.
Right.
Everything they've ever said or done wrong, according to society in the past, is brought up.
Exactly.
So they've got Cassie Ventura threatening somebody, and I'm going to go to Sydney Sumner to explain why she was threatening someone. And it's caught on video, and they play it. I mean, think about it, Robert, not out loud, please. The worst thing you've ever done, the worst moment, not just talking about it, but actually having it on video. The worst thing. The thing you don't want your children to know about, okay? Everybody hold that thought just a moment. And then a video emerges and it's played in front of a jury. She is being attacked for having other lovers, for some claimed flirtation with Chris Brown, all right? Who would want him after the way he treated Rihanna? But that's a whole other can of worms. Just see what I'm saying? They're talking about her drug use. They're talking about a violent episode, a violent threat she made. It's caught on video. They're doing everything they can to demonize Cassie Ventura. And you and I have seen it a million times, Crispin.
Yeah, they're trying to make her look really bad in front of that jury. But sadly enough,
could we use your house to trial our 24-hour bathroom upgrade system? We're looking for homeowners within that.
all the drugs, all the stuff that she was doing was an escape. It was an escape from her mind to get away from Diddy into a different world in her mind. The drugs helped her with the pain. The drugs helped her forget things.
Hey, Margaret.
She's on certain things. She talked about being on Suboxone, which is a drug to help you get off an opiate addiction. These are things that start, believe it or not, with the boyfriend giving the drugs to the girlfriend, and the next thing she becomes addictive. I see that happening in this thing because these drugs took her to a whole different level, that took her into a world where she was numb and didn't probably know what was going on to her or going on to her. And then the next day coming to reality and starting to have these text messages and trying to keep light of it because she was afraid of him. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was a 10-year relationship. Of course it was. But there was a lot of times it was really bad and she was scared to death to get away from him because of his power, his money, and his connection in the music world.
Mm-hmm.
Crispin, it's hard to understand. It's hard for people that haven't lived through it to understand. I was saying earlier today, I worked at the Battered Women's Center as a volunteer for 9 years at night and prosecuted during the day on the hotline, right? And there were many times I thought, why don't you just leave? I almost blurted that out, but they had trained me, don't do that. Don't do that. Because think about it, Crispin. Think, what would you do to hold on to your children, your home, your job?
Right.
I mean, you've built up a reputation over all the years with the DEA, with the task force, with the Department of Justice. What if you were going to lose it all? What would you do? I mean, I would do just about anything to keep my twins, to hell with everything else. But I would do anything to keep custody of them. But when you're in the position of thinking you're going to lose everything, and remember, she started with him when she was 19-ish years old. And no drugs, no alcohol problem, nothing like that. So fresh-faced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see over the years what happened. But that's the way these victims think. What they're going to lose if they don't go along with it.
Right.
It's exactly what I said. And that's probably why she started doing all the drugs, and that's why she got addicted. And let me tell you what's important about her testimony today about bringing up Jonathan Otis, because that was a statement from, don't hold me to this, 2018? This wasn't any part of Rule 35 or a 5K1 in the federal system, meaning I'm going to give a statement and tell you something so I can get credit. This was an off-the-cuff comment during a law enforcement interview where he brings up things he did with Casey and Diddy. That has a lot of credibility. And let me tell you something. People in our industry, some of my best witnesses were the worst defendants because they're out there, they're in the field, they're in the mix, they're at these parties, they're doing drugs, but they're a wealth of knowledge. This just came up in an interview. I find a lot of credibility. I like him as a witness, and I would put him on the stand.
Okay, hold that thought just a moment. Be careful what you ask, for you may surely get it on the stand. Let's take a look at what he's talking about. And all of you ladies out there, I want you to look at Jonathan Odie and think, would I willingly have sex with this guy? Think about it. Watch.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex settler with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's these attorneys. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was only sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had Smart Girls had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist, like if I was extorting Sean for money.
Let me go out to a shrink. I need a shrink. Dr.
She said, I need a shrink.
Errett joining us, a clinical forensic psychologist specializing in trauma recovery, PTSD, and more at AskDrCheryl.com. Dr. Cheryl, thank you for being with us. I wanted you to see the Jonathan Odie bite, okay? Because this is back in, I'm pretty sure, 2018. Sydney, jump in if I've got the wrong date. Look at this guy. So you think this 21-year-old girl willingly wants to have sex with this guy on video? Yeah, I don't think so. But I'd like you to respond. And everything he says,
yeah, he's ugly as hell.
All the guests on this. But I want to ask you, Dr. Cheryl, what this means, because everything he was saying in 2018, nobody believed him. They thought he was a nut, talking about how does Garagos get up in everything, that Garagos was after him, that he signed an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, that he couldn't talk about what had happened with Sean Combs. But he said then that Sean Combs would force him to have sex with Cassie Ventura while Combs sat back and masturbated and watched and talked on his phone. He was telling the truth, according to prosecutors.
Wow.
Yes, and he does seem credible for all the reasons your previous guest said. We need to remember that consent is a free yes. And in order for something to be consent, you have to be also equally able to say no. And if you are not free to say no, it's not a free yes. When we're looking at the video that's being shown right after Cassie tried to leave after the FO or the freak off, those beatings, the control with the phone, the control over her career, the control over who she could see, these power and control dynamics, these are what happened when she tried to leave. So this does not look anything like a free yes. And it's interesting that they're not disputing the domestic violence itself, but they're saying that's not what he's charged with. Well, that's because that would be a state charge, and these are federal charges. And the fact of the domestic violence and the video evidence of the domestic violence sure seems to indicate the way that these power and control tactics were enforced. So this was not a free yes.
What's up, boss lady Mel?
What's up, everybody?
How have you been?
Okay.
I just asked so evil about you today.
You did.
I did. Was your ears ringing? I just spoke you right on up because I asked her, has she talked to you? Yep. So what you think about all this with this Diddy stuff? Have you been keeping up with it?
Yeah, but y'all haven't heard the breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
Former president, he's he have prostate cancer, aggressive prostate cancer.
Which former president?
The last president.
Obama?
No.
Huh? Bush? The last former
Biden.
Oh, Biden.
Yeah.
Oh.
He has aggressive form of cancer. Prostate cancer.
Oh no, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, it's in the news.
Dang. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, Margaret said Biden. Yeah. How did I forget Biden that fast? Dang.
Because he was only in there for 4 years. That's probably why.
Probably, yeah. Oh man. Hate to hear that.
How's everyone doing in the chat?
Everybody doing good. Well, I'm doing good.
How you doing?
So Evil, you there? Oh, she on mute. She must be cooking or something. Yeah.
I see Wild Style Beats down there.
Yeah. I'm like, where is she at? I definitely asked about you.
So you say you have been keeping up with the Diddy trial?
Yes, I have. But I watch Ticket TV, and he's so aggressive with it. And he got people sending him information from the court papers and everything, and he reads everything. So he have knowledge of a lot of stuff. So anybody want to watch Ticket TV? His name is Ticket TV on YouTube. Ticket TV.
Ticket TV. Okay.
Yeah.
I was keeping up with Tisa Tales. She's in the court.
Yeah, I see Tisa Tales too, but it take her too long to get to the point.
Know,
like
to the point. I know.
But Ticket TV, I mean, he ain't. Don't come in there on no bull crap. Don't come in this chat on no bull crap, because he will put you together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I gotta look him up. We was just listening to Nancy Grace talking about it. So yeah, that's crazy, man. That's really.
I don't follow Nancy Grace.
You don't like her?
Not really.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I just get like an odd vibe from her. Like
she can be very brutal at times.
Yeah, I just get like an odd vibe from her. Yeah.
Let me see. Ticket. See. Okay, I found it. Ticket TV. I never heard of that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I have, because I'm subscribed.
Yeah, because I sent them to you once before.
Okay. Let's see. His latest on it. Let's see here. Oh. Trying to find the latest. that he did. That was
Go
for
to his lives. Go to all his lives.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This
We
is
talk about a bunch of stuff, the trial and everything every day.
okay.
Even
Wait a minute. Okay. Prince and Diddy video. Oh, he got one too. No, that's the one I just played. Okay, that ain't him. Wait a minute.
yeah, he do talk about Prince. Prince said something before
Yeah,
he passed away.
right. He left it in his. He did an audio recording allegedly, and it was in his vault or whatever. Oh, he did talk on Chris Brown being denied bail. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on.
For something he did, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? 2 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Skip it all the way to 140, 150.
On
1 minute and 50 seconds. Yeah.
I switched from YouTube TV to Philo, and it's saving me $600 a year. That's a round trip flight for my next kid.
Okay. 140.
150. Go to 150.
Oh. Come on.
All right, everybody. Salute for tapping on in. Like, share, subscribe if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me in the comments, press 1, man. I need a mic check real quick when we get started right with this video. If you guys can hear me, press 1. Because I've been following this thing all day right now today, man. And I got some, man, bro.
Oh,
Chris
man,
Brown
not
is in
another
for it,
one,
bro.
Margaret.
This is crazy work. Okay, y'all can hear me? All right, man. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, share the video, like the video, and let me let y'all know what's up, man. So Chris Brown, as we all know, he was arrested. I told you last night that Chris Brown was facing one of the serious charges in the UK, which they call GBH, is what they call the charge in the UK. They take that charge very, very, very seriously. And grievous bodily harm is what the charge is called. Now, Chris Brown, for that charge, is facing a few things, you guys, for that charge right there.
Dang, Margaret.
We're going to get into that right now. So just to run back through it, Chris Brown was charged with GBH after an alleged bottle attack on a music producer in a London nightclub. The U.S. rapper has been thrown in cells after being arrested at a 5-star hotel and will appear in court later today. That was early this morning. And then also the man who has also had Chris Brown arrested and prosecuted also launched a civil claim against him for $16 million in damages for injuries he say and losses he suffered as a result of the attack. Now, for this crime, Chris Brown can face up to life in prison.
Damn!
Because of the simple fact of the nature of this attack. They're saying that this attack, the GBH, with intent, which is Section 18, can result to life imprisonment in the United Kingdom. And it's called again in the UK grievous bodily harm. It says in the UK grievous bodily harm sentencing varies significantly depending on whether the offense was committed with the intent. GBH without intent, Section 20 carries a maximum sentence of 5 years. That's without intent.
Hey, Cameron.
While GBH with intent, Section 18 can result in life imprisonment, and that is the thing. Chris Brown is facing up to life in prison because the guy who is accusing Chris Brown is saying that Chris Brown tried to maliciously beat him. Now, the update in court today is Chris Brown just got a bad update. We're going to talk about, if you guys look down in, especially like when y'all come in, it says the GBH with intent, maximum sentence is life imprisonment. Sentencing guidelines typically range from 3 to 16 years in prison, depending on the severity of the intent. And it said example sentences, 9 years for striking somebody in the face with a bottle, just for that.
Woo!
So if you hit somebody in the face with a bottle, it requires stitches, you get 9 years pretty much.
Dang!
God damn.
So now, Chris Brown has appeared in court in the United Kingdom today. And man, what happened in court? Well, Chris Brown appeared on the dock in court And according to the reports, it says Chris Brown has appeared in court. He was escorted to the dock at the Manchester Magistrates Court by 2 security guards. It says that he was dressed in all black while wearing a Nike tracksuit bottom and plain T-shirt. Now it says that he confirmed his name and lists his hotel address. As Brown spoke to the docket to confirm his full name as Christopher Maurice Brown and gives his date of birth as May the 5th, 1989. He was also asked to confirm, his current address, which he replied, the Lowry Hotel in the UK. Now, also, the bad news Chris Brown got today. Couple of things. Apparently, first of all, according to the report, it says Chris Brown appeared to be composed in the court, but silent during the brief hearing. He was remanded in custody, so they kept this dude in custody with a bail hearing expected within days. Now, his legal team declined to comment as they left the court. One insider described the courtroom as tense and packed with media and fans flooding the steps outside. Some people thought he would get out today, but then he got even worse news. Because according to this report, now that's coming out from the UK, Chris Brown's case moved to the Crown Court as his next hearing has been confirmed. Now, the Judge Hurst, told Chris Brown that the GBH charge that he's facing is quote unquote too serious of an offense to be dealt with at the magistrate's court.
Damn.
So the judge confirmed that the case will be heard on June the 13th at 10 a.m.
He got to stay in there to
10 a.m. Right?
I don't like it.
At the Southwark Crown in London. Now, this brother in the comment section, Chris, said he's in the UK. He says, I live in the UK to get bad news, man. He'll probably get served 10 years.
No.
Man, I told people last night, Ticket, man, how do you know that? Man, bro, I told y'all they don't play overseas. Y'all think it's a game?
That's right. You don't go overseas and cause problems.
Y'all think this stuff is a game. You go overseas and play in these games, it's not the same as in the States.
Sure not.
The judge told him that the crime that he allegedly committed was so serious that they couldn't even deal with it.
Damn.
At their court, in the magistrate's court.
Oh,
the judge
Chris
has now sent Chris Brown to the Crown Court. So the judge then confirmed that the case will be heard on June the 13th at 10 a.m. at the Southwark Crown Court in London. Now, for people who don't know what Chris Brown allegedly did, Chris Brown is accused of hitting a dude upside the head with a bottle 2 or 3 times and then punching and kicking him while he was down.
Damn, Cam talking to y'all on the panel.
In the hospital. There's allegations that they tried to depose Chris Brown over this and he ignored it. I don't know how true that is. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to the Crown Court, man. They're saying that, hey, they're not playing with this cat. And I told y'all, man. So if he did that, bro.
Hey, Cam in the building.
And people was coming in the chat room last night talking about some, but this has nothing to do with Tory Lanez. Everybody keeps saying he supported Tory Lanez. Get that out your brain. This is 2 different countries. It has nothing to do with Tory Lanez.
Right.
Chris Brown had these charges on him since 2023. This happened in 2023. You guys got to stop saying this, though. He supported Tory Lanez. That don't mean nothing.
What that got to do with it?
He's in a different country.
Right.
They've already wanted him over there. He got over there. They found out he went over there, just went over there. And when they found out he was over there, they went over to his hotel and arrested him because they've been wanting him since the incident. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said that in the UK here, if they send him to the Crown Court, it's definitely not looking good for him. I try to tell people this. I did my research. I've been around the world already. I already know what time it is. Oh, Ticket, man. He's Chris Brown. They're going to let him out. I said, bro, y'all niggas think it's the game. It's overseas, bro. People got to understand, overseas, they don't have the same laws as in the United States of America. It's not the same system. It's not the same get out. I try to tell people this. You go overseas playing these games, you're going to get prizes. Period. Somebody said, why did he go back? Because he thought it was over with. He thought 2 years later, wasn't nothing going to happen.
Damn, seemed like they would have.
He probably forgot, maybe.
Seemed like somebody should have got in touch with him to let him know, like, you know, you still want it over here in the UK, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That something ain't adding up with that. You know you done committed a crime somewhere and you didn't go to jail for it then.
Hey, Latiska.
You a superstar. You think people just gonna forget that? No. No, they not. That's crazy right there.
But again, he still hasn't been convicted, so he got to go to court. But man, bro, this dude facing life in prison, bro.
Damn.
Life. Boy, that's crazy.
This man facing life in prison, bro.
Yeah.
On this
So
charge.
you don't have to do much over there in, where he was to get in trouble.
Right. That's what it sounds like. I'll say, man. That's crazy. Better stay the hell from over there. So
Stay from out these other countries doing what you think you could just do.
What? Okay, was he having a concert, a tour over there when that happened?
Yeah, they had done called him over for a concert.
Okay.
He was,
and then going out to a club and getting into a bra.
No, when he got off the plane and went to his motel, they got him out of his room.
No. I'm saying when the crime first took place.
2 years ago, it was at I think it was at a club or something.
Hold on, let me catch up with these comments. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was he over there originally for a concert and then wind up going to an after party or a club or whatever?
I don't know what the deal. All I know is he was at a club and they said what they think he did. I don't know if he guilty or not. I'm not gonna say he guilty. You know, I like Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that man to be going to no 20 years life in prison over in another country.
Right. Cameron said that's the industry bullshit messing with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if it was one of Ticket's video, but I did see where they fooled him. They tricked him to going back to over there. They tricked him to get him back over there, and they say Jay-Z had something to do with it. Now that's allegedly.
I heard
that's allegedly.
I heard something about Jay-Z and Beyonce had something to do with that too. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Margaret said I was told that he was bailed out last night at 12 o'clock. I hope so.
Oh, I hope he get the fuck away from over there.
For real.
Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry.
You all right? Shit. I feel the same way.
Let there be a warning.
Okay.
No, just shit.
Go over there, do
you
your
don't need to
and have your little concert and get the hell on. Don't go partying.
No, you can't even go over. Like when he touched down, that's when they got him. You can't go back over into that country, period.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait.
And that's where he made a lot of money at too.
Overseas?
Yep.
No.
He's still gonna have fans, but he can't come over there no more.
What'd you say, Damien?
I take it they don't even like Chris Brown over there. They don't give a damn you, Chris Brown.
The fans do, but
the fans like him. Yeah.
The bigger up people is like, yeah, I don't know. Hold on, listen. What'd you say? Okay, hold on. Can you hold it down for me? I'm finna play this. I gotta do something right fast. Be right back.
Okay.
When you go overseas, sometimes they take your criminal history into effect from
your
home country. Why do I say that? Because when you go overseas, if you have a criminal history and you're looking for a visa to go over to a certain country, they'll deny your visa if you got criminal history.
Oh, yeah.
So that comes into effect. Plus, Chris Brown is a famous person. So here's the thing. They're all going to know about his history.
Why are women everywhere choosing Abby X, the new tummy tuck alternative?
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
Get a flat, tight tummy, fat.
Oh, I didn't know that, Miss Margaret.
Abby X. One visit fat and loose excess skin removal.
The Sonobillos AbbVX is a tremendous breakthrough. Combine both liposuction and skin resection safely to be able to custom tailor our treatment for the patient.
I got a flat, tight tummy fast thanks to AbbVX.
I went to Somerville and I did the FEX, and oh my gosh, I was able to get back in my size 8 jeans.
Well, I hope they let Chris Brown come on back
And most of all, I feel like
because,
I had Somerville FEX over 3 months.
oh yeah,
I just can't believe
well, I hope Chris Brown get that same.
I went to Somerville almost 5
Don't
months.
get out and go come on back and don't look back.
And now
Pay your fines or whatever you need to do, and leave them alone. Leave that country alone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation now to learn more about AbEX by Sonobello. It's your life. Live it beautifully.
Yeah.
No one understands me. If I actually told people
Oh my God.
that is a lie that I told
Yeah.
when I was going through something. I naturally want
Skip them commercials.
Man, bro, crazy work, man. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work, man.
Yeah.
Rebecca, 2025. She says, I've been in Crown Court and have very good knowledge and experience of criminal and family courts. There's still a chance he won't get a big sentence, maybe 2 to 6 years serving half of that. Well, for him, that's a big sentence because you go overseas. And again, we don't know the evidence. They're saying it's bad. The judge said it's too serious. So I'm going to go off what the judge said. Because the judge didn't even want it in the magistrate court. The judge said just wanted it was too serious for him to even hold that in the magistrate court. And they're saying the law says, see, this is what you got to understand. The law says that just hitting somebody upside the head with a bottle. See, look, GBH with intent, section 18. Maximum sentence, life imprisonment. Sentencing guidelines, typically ranging from 3 to 16 years, depending on the severity of the intent. This dude said he got severely beat. He said Chris Brown hit him over the head with the bottle 3 times. Then punched him and kicked him while he was down. So it says example sentences, 9 years for striking someone with a bottle, requiring 9 years just for that.
What I say? Stop it.
Told y'all.
Hold on. Margaret
Hey,
said,
Miss G.
Margaret said 21 Savage got hit with those same charges in the same place that he and he back here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They need to give Chris Brown that chance.
Okay, let's see. Hey, big sis.
Somebody says the UK, because he's a star, he won't get to pay his way out like the US. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Trying to tell y'all, man, this shit is sad, man. Man, bro, you go overseas, man, they got issues over there, bro. That's the last place you want to have issues over in a different
Facts.
country. And again, Chris Brown is innocent until proven guilty. He's still got to go to court, but they're saying it's that serious to where they put him up in the highest court, man. That's devastating, bro.
Whew.
You understand? So you hit somebody, and listen, the dude said he hit him with the bottle 3 times.
Damn.
So if you hit somebody with the bottle and just give them stitches, that's 9 years.
Damn.
According to the law, right there, read it. Example sentences right there. 9 years for striking someone with a bottle requiring stitches. Or for
Well, I'm glad we ain't got them kind of charges over here because I would have been up under the jail.
Gee, you, man. Oh, Lord. Whew.
I know I would have been still in there.
Okay. Doing hard time.
Okay. Because I damn sure had somebody go to the hospital and get stitches. I ain't gonna even lie.
Ooh.
And then so dude said that Chris Brown hit him with the bottle, then punched and kicked him while he was down. Now, here's the thing. Do they got the videotape?
Right.
Because the thing is that the word is that
I'm good, Letiska. How you doing?
And Chris didn't show up, man. That's what they're saying. It's not just 9 years. You're not listening. That's one part of what happened to the person who said 9 years to get 4.5. It's not how it works overseas. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you got to remember, you guys are forgetting, Chris Brown has a criminal history.
Oh, Lord. Not
But
over
that's
there.
so old, though. That's so.
Chris Brown
But not over there, not overseas.
Right.
So They can't. I don't think they could use that. What
But
happened?
that's old. That's old. Like that happened years ago.
So sometimes they keep that shit. Like if you in the United States, they could pull your full background. You know what I mean? And bring that up in court. Because I had that happen to me.
That's crazy.
But I don't know about out of the country. Can they use that from what happened in the United States? Hold that against him over there? Like, I don't know. Somebody help me out. To somebody that maybe know.
I don't know.
So when he comes back to the country 2 years later, maybe he, didn't think they were thinking about that incident or the dude that went on. Man, dude didn't forget. They didn't forget.
Margaret says his criminal history don't have anything to do with the UK. It's only in the United States. That's what I thought, Margaret. That's exactly what I said. Because they can't use that over there, what he did over here. Shit.
Right.
You guys got to remember that. So when you talking about that situation, you talking about moving on, bros. Man, listen, bro. Y'all, a lot of y'all have never been overseas. I've been over 25 countries for my life.
Right, Cam.
It's not no game, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all that they don't care about what it is, fool. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being with y'all. It's not overkill. That's how it is overseas. See, if the laws in the States were like it was overseas, you'd have less crime. That's why you have less crime in overseas than you do in the United States in many places. Only a few places you have crime like that. But in many places,
I believe so too.
Crime in the United States.
I believe so too, Cam.
I do too.
Especially over in Europe. You don't have that day-to-day crime like you got in the United States.
Right.
Shootouts in the streets all day long. You don't have that type of stuff.
So don't, because they got stricter laws down there in UK.
That's right.
And better laws. See what I'm saying? They got stricter and better laws overseas. They keep that shit in check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm being honest with y'all.
If we had the same laws as they had, boy, it'd be a whole lot less crime. I really believe.
Yes.
I really believe it'll be a whole lot less crime here in the United States.
So, especially if they see that they're going to be doing like life. Yeah. They'll think twice about what they do before they do it.
Right.
Right? So he's in the Crown Court now. And this court date is on June the 13th. So today is what? May the 16th. So he's got to wait another almost a month for his court date. That's crazy.
Well, Margaret said he's been released.
Let's get over a couple hundred.
Allegedly.
Excuse me. Yeah, man. So I'm just telling you guys, well, you're not in this situation, sir. And here's the thing. You guys got to take this into effect. They take into effect your criminal history. I read that. I looked at it.
I hope so.
Your criminal history comes into effect. You guys don't understand that. That's the
okay. I understand, Cam.
This ain't like Chris is a first-time offender, and they're saying there's allegations.
It's his first-time offender in UK.
True, but what they're saying is there's allegations that they tried to depose Chris, and he ignored it. He didn't even pay no attention, which is going to make them even more upset. That's the thing people not understanding. Y'all forget about they use your criminal history against you. So Chris already had a criminal history,
but not over there.
That was widely reported, straight up. Right. So
We'll see what happens.
The way the dude is saying that he did the beating.
Hey, Kwani, free my man. I hear you.
Dude said he had a broken, messed up knee. I forgot what he said he had. He said he was out. He had to come out the hospital on crutches.
Okay, Margaret. TMZ said he's been released
for $16 million.
So what is he gonna fly back over here, or he just stuck to the UK?
Yeah, now that's another thing. I don't know if he's if he TMZ said he was released at 12 a.m. this morning, but can he leave the UK? I don't know.
They put him on his private jet and let him go.
Because if he, I think he would want to settle that. Go ahead on and take care of that while he's there, so he can be done with that. Because he don't want to have that stopping him from coming doing tours there. You know what I mean? Especially if he make a lot of money there.
They not gonna want him back over there anyway. After they got this on him, they not gonna want him back over there anyway. He got a criminal history. They not gonna let him back in like that. They not gonna let him back. At least I don't think they will.
Let's see.
Life in prison for fighting. Fuck out of here. You know how? Because you got great laws. That's why. Because you got great laws. That's how you keep crime down. That's how you keep crime down. See, Miss Black 00, that's the problem with your mindset. You want to keep crime down, have stricter laws. You don't want these dudes killing each other in the streets. I guarantee you. See, this is the problem we got in the United States. I guarantee you, if you have a law that says anybody that kills somebody in the United States, they automatically get the death penalty, you'll cut crime in half just like that. Murder rate will instantly cut in half.
Okay.
You don't want to think about that. If they had laws that you intentionally murdered anybody in the United States, you get the death penalty instantly. Instantly, they'll cut crime. The murder rate will be cut in half instantly.
Right.
But they don't really want that. They don't really want that type of punishment. They don't want that eye for eye punishment. And somebody said they got it on videotape. They got it on videotape. He's toast.
Oh, they got the fight on videotape?
I can't confirm it or not, but somebody said he got it on videotape.
Allegedly.
They got it on tape, man. It's toast, bro. And that's the part y'all not understanding.
Right. Okay, Margaret.
That's right, Margaret. That's what I was thinking too.
Have lower crime rates. Why? Easy. Because they have stricter laws. If you know you face a life imprisonment for hitting somebody upside the head with a bottle and causing severe bodily harm to them, you're more than likely going to use your brain and think better. Somebody said it's definitely on tape. Well, he's done it. If it's on tape, he's done. If they saying he got it on tape, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, listen, bro, ain't nothing I can say. If they say they got it on tape.
Okay, I got a bunch of stuff from Fashion Nova. Let's do try on. I did this tank top, which is really comfortable.
Okay, that's about it. He not talking about nothing else on there.
Okay.
Brother said it.
Yeah. So she say Chris is gonna pay the guy and move forward with his tour.
He probably drop all the charges.
There's just so much going on. There's so much going on with these people going to court and stuff here lately. These stars. Oh boy.
It's been mostly black stars.
Exactly. From rappers on down.
Right.
Singers and oh man.
So they trying to it seems like they trying to destroy what we already accomplished.
Yeah, Margaret has said that a while ago. All right, Cam.
Yeah. That's true. That's exactly what they trying to do. Diminish everything that we already accomplished.
Yeah. Margaret said it's if this wasn't a setup, he wouldn't even have gone to the UK knowing that he had this warrant.
Exactly.
Right. Damn.
That's why I say they said Jay-Z had something to do with that.
Allegedly. Right.
Allegedly.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So
this is a doggy dog world now.
Right.
Damn.
It seems like now that P. Diddy is locked up, now, somebody got to take over the, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like Jay-Z think he about to do that, but they going to be coming for him next, so he need to sit down.
Yeah. I can't wait. I used to like Jay-Z.
I never liked him.
I did back in the day. But then when he
I
went and
never
put,
like it was just one song that I liked that he did when he had the children in it.
yeah,
It's a hard knock life. I
life.
liked it that song.
But when he did was trying to go against my boy DMX, that's when I stopped liking him. I'm like, no, you can never go against DMX.
Exactly. I mean, him and
Hey, Margaret.
Hey, everybody.
Look
hey
at you.
Margaret.
You get my message today?
Huh?
You get my message?
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
okay, Miss Margaret?
I meant that. I
Mm,
meant that.
but yeah,
I meant that. Yeah.
not really, but yeah.
Oh man.
But I think that it is. Y'all don't. I don't know. I could be speculating, but like I said, they trying to take the hip hop community and R&B community out.
Do not expect that's what everybody is
We
thinking.
have too much power,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and they don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad. It's really sad what's going on, man. How
Mm-hmm.
they try to take us down. And if we wasn't, doing what we were doing, I can only imagine how the United States would be. They couldn't do nothing without us. Nothing.
Right.
It's sad, and people ain't
They would
realizing
always
that
ask for our help.
Mm-hmm.
all of this shit right here, this is all in Project 25 catalog.
I
It's
didn't
just
see that.
worded. It's worded where so that if you don't read into it, it'll
Mm-hmm.
go right past you.
Okay.
Because they gotta knock us down.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta knock us down because we too
Yep.
powerful. We too powerful as a people.
Mm-hmm.
So they gotta knock us down. And any little thing that they gonna do that they can do to make us feel weak,
Yeah.
they gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because how else would they be able to do, to complete their agenda?
Right. Hey, Janae.
But
Like,
they can't make us we can make them think that we are weak, but we're not weak.
yeah,
You see
Hey,
what
but
I'm saying?
I don't want to make them think that we weak. I want to be able to make them think that we shouldn't fuck with them.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
nah,
But
it's time. Now is the time to flex that power because we have been bound down to them as a people already, and we see that ain't getting us nowhere. It's making them feel
right.
like that they can pick and poke and do all the rest of that type of shit. So bow down ain't the issue. Now we got to show them our strength.
Strength. That's right. But so see, we so busy going against each other that we can't even do that.
And see, that's our
Yeah.
problem, right there. And they think that that is our Achilles heel. Like
Uh-huh.
we gonna sit up here, we gonna kill, we gonna wipe each other off.
Out. That's right.
And they sit up,
Yeah.
and that's what they want. That's what they want us to do. Like they lazy.
Mm-hmm.
They lazy. They don't like manual work.
No. They don't
So
know the
that's
first
what.
thing when it comes to doing the manual like we
No,
do.
no.
Mm.
That's why come they ease and all. You notice that everybody that's in the industry that's been caught up has been black. I
Mm-hmm.
think somebody just said that a few seconds ago. You
Right.
don't see them going after the Mick Jaggers and the Bonos and the Bon Jovis and you don't see them going after them, and we know good damn well that they worse than us for real.
You don't
Allegedly.
No, I ain't gonna say allegedly on that. They are. They
Well,
shit
I
just
don't
get
know. I
hit.
don't know. I
They
don't
shit
be
get.
into they real like that.
They shit just get. I do, and they shit just get hidden. Where they put ours on the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. To do what? Knock us down.
Yeah,
Make us look bad. Those of us that ain't making ourselves look bad,
being a complete stereotype of what the fuck they already think of us.
I don't think Chris would have gone there knowing he had a warrant.
Right.
I
I
don't think he
said
would have
that, but
gone
see,
there either.
that's
Like I
how
said, I think he been tricked. Somebody said he was tricked.
Hmm. Hmm. Somebody then got in contact with that man and had him file charges 3 years later for the simple fact that if the charges was being made at first, then why Chris didn't know about the charges? And
That's what I said.
he got a mighty law, he got a mighty attorney team, he got a mighty PR representative. He would have known about that. They would have told
Right.
him about that.
That ain't making
Right.
no sense. None whatsoever. How did he not know? Come on now.
2 years later. That's crazy.
I think it's a money grab, and I think
It is. It
Chris gonna
is.
serve him a couple of million, and we ain't gonna hear about this shit no more.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they already done got it out there.
Right.
They
Right.
just trying to get some money. That's it.
Right.
Whatever they can do,
They
whatever they can
want
do to
the
get some money.
publicity. They wanted him to have the bad publicity. He
Mm-hmm.
got the bad
Right.
publicity. Now he gonna go and he gonna pay this man about 10, 15 million, if that much, and
If
he
that.
gonna shut the fuck up. And Chris Brown gonna go on with his daily activities.
So do you think
And
he'll still be able to perform there?
And he's not gonna be the last one, y'all. He's not the last
Now
one.
I don't know if he gonna be able to perform there because I don't know like the UK rules
I
or
wouldn't
whatever. But
perform.
21 Savage can go back, but
I
he was
feel
born in
like
the UK.
he should still be able to perform, but on all that after party stuff, no, do
Right,
your
right.
job and get the hell out of there.
If I
And
was
that's
him, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do no damn after party. I do my
no,
job,
Mm-mm.
like you said, skedaddle.
right.
That's right.
That's
Ain't
what.
no after party. I won't be there.
Chris Brown wanted many other places, baby. He could say fuck the UK and keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't.
Billions of
crazy,
people
though.
love him, so he can go
Right.
anywhere he
You can go
want to go.
anywhere,
I don't
anywhere.
That
know.
man can sing. That man don't only sing, he sing. Okay.
He's
I
a
don't know
performer. He's
Right.
a great performer.
I don't know how many
Therefore,
fans that he have in the UK. Does it amount to like United States or any other place?
it about do, but yet at the same time, shit, the UK he don't need to be in the UK. He can
Right.
bring his ass right on here, which is what he gonna do, and he could go throughout the Americas. He could go through Canada. He could go through whoever. He don't have to go to the UK. The hell
He can
with
go
the
to
UK.
Africa. He can go
Yeah,
everywhere.
go anywhere.
Right.
His fans don't stop.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
He
they
He
can
can
just
sing.
go to
want it.
Paris. He can go India. He
They
can go
just
all
wanted.
these different countries.
They just wanted him to have the bad publicity and try to put a taint on his name. And we already know in America's his history, his criminal history, as they call it, which is a suspended criminal history because he cleared his probation.
Right.
Right.
So,
Community service and everything else.
they legally can't use that even against him.
Right. That's what I
And
said.
that is just the public
It didn't
knows
happen
about
there.
it, really. Like
Yeah.
the hell,
They said
don't
he
talk
was
to.
guilty before they even went to court, which just don't make sense.
Yeah, he said he was guilty, but it's just crazy, Don't even. And then he talking about them that he got hit in the head 3 times. I mean, he got hit in the face with the bottle 3 times. How the hell can you hit somebody in the face with a bottle 3 times?
You just lay there and let him do it.
I can get swings and then stab, but you can't hit nobody in the face 3 times with no bottle.
Not in the
It's
face, maybe
virtually.
in the head, maybe in the
No, he
head,
puts
because
the
the
bottle
bottle don't break. The
after the
bottle don't
second
break.
bottle. After the second.
I'm flashing back to when I hit somebody in the head and the bottle wouldn't break. I hit him like 3 times, the bottle wouldn't break, and he was begging me to stop, so I stopped.
What was you
I
saying,
was just having a flashback.
You weren't hitting them right.
Not in the face though. No, it was. You remember one of them tea bottles? They used to have the tea. They used to have the Arizona tea in bottles instead of plastic bottles. They used to have them in glass. They used to have them in glass, green bottles or whatever with flowers and stuff on it. Y'all remember those?
I don't remember. I've been
Them Arizona teas from way back.
I started drinking when they was in a plastic bottle.
It looked like a
I
be,
remember the peach teas used to be in the bottle.
they used to have green flowers and stuff on them and stuff like that. Anyway, I picked the bottle up and tried to bust him 3 times and it wouldn't break.
You wasn't hitting them hard
But
enough.
he had to go. He had to get stitches. You know, he was big. It didn't. I don't know. It didn't. I wasn't trying to kill him. You know, unalive the man, but I just wanted him to just feel it. Shit.
See, that's where you fucked up at.
Okay.
If you hit me with a bottle 3 times, you damn sure trying to kill me. You should have broke that mug yourself and just stuck him.
He started crying and wanted me to stop. So I instantly stopped, y'all. I instantly stopped.
Oh man.
Yeah, he had to get some stitches.
Yeah, we
About
gotta
10
have another
stitches.
tornado here tomorrow, yeah.
Hey, critical thinker.
Oh my goodness.
Another one coming tomorrow.
Yep, and it's gonna be a hailstorm later on tonight.
Oh man.
Lead up until tomorrow. So I'm just getting
Where you
prepared.
stay in Oklahoma?
Nah,
She in St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis. I don't know what that's St. Louis. St. Louis.
Missouri.
Okay, I found it on the map. Missouri, St. Louis. That's crazy.
It's in the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then FEMA getting on my goddamn nerves.
Oh Lord.
The electric company getting on my goddamn nerves.
What the hell?
I don't got no electric nowhere in no building.
Damn. I don't think my mom said her power went out, and she in Indiana.
Cause Chicago got hit too.
Damn. Oh, I gotta check on my
So
car.
they let y'all get FEMA down there.
Girl,
Well, stuff
remember,
FEMA is supposed to come in tomorrow.
Okay,
but
good.
Again, like I said, FEMA is supposed to come in tomorrow. But we got back-to-back storms tomorrow and Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah, they might want to wait. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And just getting shit boarded up is bad. Just to even get boards or anything or windows or all that shit is horrible.
Have
And
you been back that way by your house? Because the video you sent me, it was like real brief. Like I didn't really see. I just seen a little bit.
I sent you some more. I sent
Oh,
some
okay.
today.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like it's crazy work because St. Louis ain't never had a direct hit with a tornado. You know, we get the outskirts of what goes on in Illinois or whatever, what goes on up west a little bit farther. But as far as the city of St. Louis, we ain't never got hit directly.
Oh wow.
I'm praying for you, Miss Margaret.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Damn.
Nobody should have to go through that.
So dumb.
And then it's like you just sit around and wait.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can do. You just sit
Yeah.
around and wait.
Right. Oh man.
Well, at least I'm glad you're in a safe place.
I know how the Katrina victims felt right about
Yeah.
now.
Oh my goodness.
You can show it if you want to. You can share it. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me send it to my. Can I send it to my thing?
And showing it really don't matter. I ain't show my address on there, so it don't matter. It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm not. It's gonna be no good anyway. Anyway.
Dang, I can only show it on here because it won't let me share it like the other videos do for some strange reason. Let me see here. Uh-oh.
I'm more worried about my cats than I am the house. I hope my cats had enough sense to hide up under something because I sure couldn't get up there to get them. I was more
Wow.
worried about them than anything.
Okay.
Wasn't even worried about the house for real. I'm fine.
How
Did
many
you find them?
Yeah,
how many other
Okay.
homes was hit, Margaret, by you?
the shelter. Everything on that block is destroyed.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's because it touched down like right in front of us, right in front of my neighborhood.
My God.
You see the tree on top of my house?
Yeah.
My cats had enough sense to hide up under something because I sure couldn't get up there to get them. Then I sent another video too.
Okay. Hold on.
It destroyed my baby.
Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. Let me get the other one.
It wasn't nothing that one touched.
Oh,
Oh,
I seen that one.
no, she sent me a
I
video.
didn't even know what I was looking at when I seen it. I was like, oh my God.
God, dog. Was you asleep when that happened?
Mm-mm.
Was you awake?
Yeah, oh
You
yeah,
was,
I was wrong. Fucking destroyed.
oh boy. Hey.
The tornado was so powerful that it was literally picking up cars and moving them, like
Oh,
moving them.
damn.
Some
I've been in
people's
that
cars
before.
was like a block up.
Wow. I was in a
Crazy.
tornado like that once before, and I was in the car, and the person I was with at the time ran in the building, told me to come on, but I was so scared. I just knelt in the car, but I felt the back of the car lifting up, and it was nothing but the grace of God that, kept me alive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But people got it worse than me, so I don't feel too
Yeah.
bad.
Ooh, wee.
I feel bad enough. I'm kind of anxious about this next damn storm because everything already weakening.
Right, right.
But I live in an old building, so my structure is good,
Uh-huh.
but yet the roof is horrible.
Yeah. Well, how about your kids? Your daughter's house? She good
They
or?
just very good. They just don't get electricity.
Okay.
Don't nobody got electricity.
Damn.
My son house went hit. He just don't got electricity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Well, they got electricity now, don't they? No.
No. How
Mm-mm.
many hours it's been since they've been out of power?
Since when? Friday?
Oh God.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
Since Friday.
Mm.
And that's the only thing. That's the only thing that I'm hating is that they taking too goddamn long to get this electricity on. Anything else I can
Yeah.
move forward
Deal
with,
with.
but the electricity is fucking me around.
Okay. Oh.
It seems like the damn tornado. It's like the tornado hit right in front of us. It like maybe about 2-3 miles in front of us,
Mm.
and then it came east and stood there for a minute. It was like, I think I'll go south. I think I'll go north.
Uh-huh.
The way that it curved and went
Yeah.
north is crazy. If you knew the way that St. Louis is, made out, you would
Yeah.
think like, damn, it literally missed the whole south side
Mm-hmm.
and went north and then went over to Illinois.
Damn.
I said, wow.
Mm.
It's like it came with a mission, honey.
Oh yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
came with a mission. And it's
Ooh.
like and no doubt it hit the influential neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Hey Ariel.
But it must be trying to tell us something. We
That's
ain't
right.
doing
I was just gonna
we
say that.
ain't doing right. It's some we ain't doing right.
That's nothing but the Lord upstairs trying to wake people up. Hey, it won't be long before I be back. So y'all better
Mhm.
get y'all shit in order.
That's
Ariel,
what I said.
we get hit with a dust storm Friday. Oh wow. I hate those. I
Oh,
that
we had a dust storm a couple of years back, and that put us out of the electric for like 2 weeks.
dang. God sent a message to y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He making his messages be known one way or another with all of us. You know what I mean? Everybody
It
dealing
should
with something different.
it was two tornadoes in one. There was a smaller cell and a bigger cell.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
What in the hell? Same thing for St. Louis to never get hit directly by a tornado. That's something. That's powerful. They saying it was a F4, F5.
Ooh, God.
For a city that ain't really prepared for that, you can imagine how big it's being shambles out here.
Ooh wee.
Oh.
That's
Dang.
because, you know, the mayor and shit ain't prepared for that because like I said, we had a glimpse. When we get hit, we basically get hit on the outskirts.
Okay.
Like maybe um Kansas City will get hit more than we will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Kansas City always getting hit with tornadoes.
But we ain't used to this shit. We ain't used to having some. We used to having straight line winds and shit, but no
Mm-hmm.
tornadoes.
Hey, Beats.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Wildstyle.
Hold on, fam.
Oh,
Hey,
God is telling us to get ready for his
sorry about
return.
this.
That's what I just said, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear that, Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, big.
What's
Thank
up?
you.
What's up, Damien?
I just be glad when we be able to, recover.
You?
Right.
I heard
It's
you
one thing
supposed
about
to.
St. Louis, we a recovering ass city, and we build our shit back up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I heard you say you supposed to be another one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She on the phone, Latiska. She had a phone call.
Another ton. You know what?
Yeah, we supposed to be getting another one. It ain't supposed to be as big as the last one, but
Um,
hell, they weren't expecting. We weren't even our alarms didn't even go off. We ain't
what?
had one. The sirens didn't even go off. As
Oh,
soon as
Wow.
What time
let
is
me
it?
let me retract that. As soon as the siren went off, the tornado touched down.
Mm.
what?
Like
Oh.
every but me, I told y'all I watched the world news. I was already in my shelter storm.
Uh-huh.
I was down there. The tornado hit at 2:35. I was in my shelter storm in my storm shelter at at least 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Did it
okay.
hit on the
Wow.
eating?
Okay.
What'd you say, Beats?
We happened in the eating. They want 2 o'clock
It was
In the
in the
evening?
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Mm.
afternoon.
Tank, you
We
scared
don't
you?
have no alarm. We don't have no alarms like that that'll go off if we get something like that.
I think we
Oh,
do.
everybody should have them. Everybody should have a siren. Where you
No,
at?
we don't. We don't have.
KZN?
We in Houston, Texas. We don't have sirens like that.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, we
Mm.
don't have sirens.
That's crazy. That's like that. I thought that was nationwide that everybody should have them sirens.
We have emergency on our phones or whatever.
Hmm, that's crazy.
No, we don't have that. Mm.
You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. When I was around 10, I saw this movie, this Tristan. Every time it's rain, I always be paranoid since after I watched that movie.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I always ask my mama every time I was like 10. But I saw that movie. Every time when I saw that movie, I asked her if it was gonna
Right.
be a tornado.
Okay, so Abel just sent this to me. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. That's how quick it moved through.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
I probably would have had oh Lord,
Woo.
stroke or heart
Mhm.
attack or something. Because I
You
don't
see
think
what
I
I'm
could
saying?
have dealt.
You
And
see
that's
what?
exactly how quick it moved through and caused
Yeah.
all that
Mm.
damage.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Oh my God.
Do
That's
it be rain? Do it be rain with that or what? I mean, what
Hell,
is
it was hell. And that's the good part about it is that there was no rain.
Mm.
So, flooding issues. If you got flooded because maybe a lake or something then overflowed it in your area or whatever. Or water was lifted up from the lake or whatever. But it wasn't no rain and there. It was just all hell.
It wasn't no thunder, wasn't no lightning.
Didn't you see it?
Mm.
When it first touched, especially when it first touched, that's where it touched down at, right where the lightning hit. And
Mm.
man,
Mm-mm.
that's crazy.
Woo.
that's
And you
But
know we
crazy.
don't have no storm shelters.
that's just
Storm shelters here.
Not everybody got them here either. You have to have them personally built.
Mm.
I think we got them in the country though, but I don't know here.
You don't know about here?
Yeah, the country in here, but I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, we might have to go to the basement though. That's the only place we.
In the basement?
Yeah.
Oh. That's scary though.
And
So
that's another thing. We don't have basements in Houston.
what? Oh
I
God.
No,
know, I know y'all
no,
don't got basement.
Y'all
Dang.
might
no,
have
we
to.
don't.
Other thing y'all might have to do is go in the tub, but I don't think that gonna work. Well,
I'd be scared to be in a tub when the
For
fire.
mm,
some people, it didn't work here.
mm.
But some people had to get
Carlos say
in them
only so
tubs
many
too.
ninjas can fit in the tub.
Right. Right.
Oh God.
But
Oh,
I am one. If y'all know if you knew anything about me, you would know that I do not deal well with Mother Nature. I don't like thunder and I don't like
me neither.
lightning. I don't
Huh?
like tornadoes. I don't like tsunamis.
Mm-mm.
Leave me alone with that shit. That's why come I planted my ass in the Midwest. I'll
Okay.
do all the thunderstorms in the world, but never in the hell will I expect a goddamn tornado.
Right.
You
Right.
know what? Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. I used to be scared of tornadoes. I think I am now, but I'll pray. We hope we don't get it.
Right. Oh my God.
That is
You know
crazy.
the
Yeah,
Kansas.
That's how
sometimes
you
it's
know when
crazy.
times are changing because everything that
Yeah.
you didn't expect to happen is happening, and
Things that
you
don't
know,
normally happen where you are is happening now.
The
yeah.
devastation that happened in this city in less than under 2 minutes,
Wow.
crazy,
Whoo.
crazy.
Dang.
2 minutes.
Hey, Margaret, that picture in that house. That's the big. That house is big.
Mm-hmm. So Evil says they call the Midwest Tornado Valley. I mean Tornado Alley.
Yeah, but we are the Tornado Valley, but St. Louis City don't get hit. We don't get hit. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
got hit. No, it's been over 60 years. It's been over 60, 70 years since the last tornado touched down in St. Louis, period.
Mm.
Not the city. Now, if they touch it, they'll touch the county. They'll touch the borderlands of the county, but never the city,
Wow.
never in the city.
Well, we do get tornadoes in the Michigan, though, but not in the.
Wow.
Not to that degree. I've
Let
never
me see.
experienced one to that.
Mhm.
1938 was the
Not since
last
I've been living.
time that a tornado has even touched down in the city of St. Louis.
Mm.
And it
Wow.
didn't touch down in the city of St. Louis. Again, it touched down in the outskirts like St. Charles or Kansas City. It don't touch down. It never touched down in the city of St. Louis. We only get straight line winds.
I hope we ever get there. I don't like winds either. Every time, I don't know.
Yeah, it's scary, Beats.
And the damn thing moves so fast. If you ain't prepared, you literally gonna be fucked up.
Yeah. And
'Cause I'm
usually we
talking.
never are. Usually we never are prepared for something like that, especially if it don't happen like that every, on
Oh,
the
we
regular.
get warnings. We get straight line wind warnings. We get sandstorm warnings. We get warnings. Our alarms go off. Now this what they trying to do, it's got something to do with they doing in Washington to where that the national weather system, they antennas and shit is getting fucked up.
Oh
So
yeah?
so they finding out like at the last minute to
That's
send
not
out the
good.
warning.
That's definitely not good.
I ain't gonna say that, but
You
I
know,
think they controlling the weather.
in a minute, y'all gonna see that we gonna lose a gang of weathermen. They get ready to fire a gang of weathermen.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't
'Cause
know.
they feel like they're not doing their job properly, or
No, because they feel like computers can do it by themselves.
oh, dang. Whoo.
All right then.
That's crazy, bro. That's why I can so many like, and then y'all know he cut FEMA, and right after he cut FEMA, that's why come it's taking them so long to get here.
Uh-huh.
That's why I was asking. No,
He
but that's
cut
what
the
I
department.
heard. But
But we
That's
got
crazy.
some here in the state of Missouri called SEMA, and basically, they taking their time too because they funding is low, so they taking their time too. Then we got people down here on the ground. We got National Guard men here and all the rest of that type of shit, but they ain't doing nothing. Ain't doing not a
so
goddamn thing.
did y'all hear about those? I think it was 9 men that escaped from the
Oh, it was 11.
Louisiana. 11.
It was 11, but they caught some of them. They caught how many of them? I can't remember how many it was of them that they caught, but it's still some on the loose. Hold on.
Yeah, I had to call my 2 sisters. They out there in different places in Louisiana, and I had to let them know. Just be on the lookout. They didn't even know.
What happened? Boss Lady Mill? They where they
They escaped from jail.
Oh yeah, that's all about to ask.
Yeah, they on the loose. I'm sure they probably out of state by now, way out of state.
Oh yeah, they gone. If they ain't, they're a damn fool.
If they ain't got
I was
caught, they
glad to
they
say 'cause
gone.
Louisiana is the most horriblest penitentiary prison
Yeah,
ever.
they caught 3 of them. Okay.
And that's crazy how they escaped though.
Yeah, I
Wow.
don't know how that happened.
You don't even think from the inside wall or something behind the toilet, like in the movie.
Yeah, like
Like
Alcatraz.
that's crazy.
Escape from Alcatraz.
Oh,
Yeah.
they beat the guard up or what? Nah.
Were they in the prison or in the jail?
In a prison.
Yeah.
Oh shit! How
Yeah.
they? What's that? Angola? Angola?
I don't know
Angola?
which one I just heard and I called. Once they said Louisiana, I had to call my sister.
Make sure she was good. Okay.
I
Yeah.
heard that was
And
the
no, it's
hardest shit. I heard that was the hardest prison in shit, the United States.
It
not. Woo,
is.
dang. Well, on another note, during all the Diddy trials and stuff like Diddy trial, the twins did go to their prom, and I got that. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they went to prom. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
That's good. Let me go back here.
Even of course they weren't gonna miss that. Mm.
And there they are. Oh,
Mm.
I thought it was an audio part to it. Guess not. No. Yeah, they look so gorgeous.
Right.
Wow. Okay, Kim number twos.
Don't they look like their mom?
Yes, gorgeous. Wow.
Mhm.
And they little dates look just as proud. Dang. Somebody said, where TMZ said Diddy's twin daughters are taking the load off after attending his criminal trial because they got swept off their feet at their high school prom, literally.
I heard that.
Okay.
And that's probably good for him because he don't want them to be, distracted by what's going on with him.
Right.
Right.
Somebody say they deserve to enjoy their prom. Another person say wishing them all the best in their lives. They look beautiful, love the dress. Hope they had a wonderful time. Leave them babies alone. Remember, they are Potter's daughters too, and we all love her, right? Huh? Porter's. I guess they meant to say Porter's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Porter's daughters too, and we all love her, right? Somebody else said Cassie was their age when she met Combs. Damn.
She met the wrong man, Lord Jesus.
Yeah. Somebody else said, I understand they love their dad and they want to support him, but I don't think they should be attending the trial and hearing the things that are being said. Yeah. Someone else say, if you notice the kids with really rich parents dress normal for prom, just an observation. Someone else say, they only children, they deserve to have a break, right?
Mhm.
I don't even think they should be at the trial, hearing all those horrible things he did to Cassie. Someone else say you can see their mother, right? You really can. You can see their mother. They don't need to hear those explicit details. Oh no! Somebody put up the twins from that movie, The Shining. Oh Lord!
Oh, whoa.
Right.
That was rude and unnecessary.
That's
That
what I'm
really
saying.
was rude. Diddy better hope and pray his daughters don't get treated the same way he did those women. Karma always catches up one way or another. Okay. Should they really be hearing all that? Right.
It's
Huh.
That
always gonna
part
be
I
somebody
don't.
They
saying
got
nothing.
brothers, they gonna take care of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, them boys gonna take care of their sisters. Quincy already do. Quincy don't play
Yeah.
about them girls.
I know he damn sure don't. They traveling with Annabelle. Who you talking about? Ariel. I heard the eye of the tornado carries the rain and wind.
Oh. Oh. You took.
Yep, that's where the ad was over in Illinois.
Mm. Mm.
It's just crazy how them things develop and then they just disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like they got a limit where they can go. Like if I go farther east than where, like right now, I'm in West County, and if I go farther east, nothing. They got lights. I'm jealous of them folks, and they're supposed to be the hood.
Wow.
I was driving through here earlier. Man, I'm like, these motherfuckers got lights, and we paying for them. But
Oh.
our shit fucked up.
Hell no.
They got lights. They roof still attached.
Intact.
I'm like, oh damn. But then my husband mad at me because he say I ain't taking it serious enough. I just refuse. I got a heart place. I got a catheter placed in my heart. I can't afford to get two, overly excited and all the rest of that type of shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm looking at the better end. I got house insurance, I got insurance on my shelter, I got insurance on my home, I got insurance on my cars. I ain't worried about none of that. So
Right.
all of this is gonna get replaced, and I am going to rebuild. In fact, I'm gonna rebuild bigger. That's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
I'm not looking at the fact that right now, yeah, okay, the
You
shit is in
you
shambles,
think
but
about the positive that, and I love that for you.
yeah, I ain't getting ready to sit there. No, baby, I ain't breaking down over this. I didn't been through worse, honey. I didn't been through worse. Therefore, okay, soon
Right.
as this little weather shit is over with, I'm good.
Only the strong survives.
Oh,
Right.
that's right.
So,
My
like,
daughter, my daughter, or should I say, my daughter on my husband's side, though. You ain't taking this serious enough. You act like this just another day. Shit, it is another day. I just survived St. Louis. What the fuck is you talking about? This just a tornado.
Well, people, I think people
Survive.
just want you to be crying and soaking and
Yeah,
stuff
and
like that.
I don't have
It's
time for that.
people,
I have to
yeah,
take care
people,
of business.
yeah,
Right.
people have different. They don't weave the same way everybody else. Like I don't grieve like
Facts.
everybody else.
Facts. What the fuck? I didn't have to bury my mom and my granddaughter. This shit right,
Wow.
this light work for me, honey. It's light work.
Yeah. Mm, God.
And I can never be homeless. And there's people
Right.
out here that is straight homeless. It's people who whole houses been, caved in. Like they have nothing. They done lost everything.
Everything.
And I can't be sitting on and me being angry, I can never be hungry. I can never be homeless. I can never be carless, jobless. I can't be. And it's the whole half of my damn neighborhood is now homeless.
mm,
And hotels is filled up. It's a gang of people out here just misplaced and dislocated and all the rest of that type of shit. I feel like
Discombobulated.
I got the better end,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
Like I don't have to wait on FEMA. I just gotta wait for some damn contractors to get freed up. That's what I gotta
Right.
wait on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give
Have
me give
y'all?
me 3 weeks and I'll be back in my house.
so what you let to get done? Like the wolf?
Yeah, my roof and every window. I got 17 windows in my house that gotta be replaced.
Wow.
And remember though, I was just telling y'all about the historical thing, that the historical rule that we got, and they say that the windows can't be replaced, and I was just bitching about that.
Yeah. It was
But
just
now my windows can be replaced.
Okay.
wow.
You know,
As far as my cars go, now I can get that Cadillac that I wanted.
Okay.
So therefore, hey, look,
yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
at the better end of
So it
things.
sounded like it wasn't a disadvantage for you. It was a full advantage for you.
Hey, call it what you want to call it.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
House
Like I
look like
said, I
it's
could be
investment.
worse. Things could
That's
be
right.
worse.
That's right.
Hmm.
Listen,
I'm
y'all.
still living, and we lost 16 people here.
Oh
15.
no.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
Ooh,
That's a
wait.
lot.
I'm sorry to hear that. Dang. Ooh. I found this little story, and it says the world's youngest criminal or something. Hold on.
Mm.
The world's youngest.
He was the youngest prisoner in the world and the most evil teenager.
Mm,
Let's see.
mm.
What did
He's
he do?
a prisoner, but you'd never guess the horrible things he's done. Then he came up with a chilling and terrifying idea when he was only 7 years old. He's the son of Hannah and her husband, Jason. The couple moved to New York after the birth of their second child. A few days later, the couple decided to go out for pizza because the kids had lunch break. Surprisingly, he chose to leave Danny and his 15-month-old sister at home. They figured their son could take care of his sister, and the trip would only take 30 minutes at most. But shortly after they left, Danny was playing with his sister in the kitchen when something terrible
happened. He
Oh Lord.
the oven. When his parents returned, they smelled burning meat as soon as they walked in the door. At first, they thought it was just the smell of the pizza they had bought. But when Hannah went to the kitchen for a drink, she was totally shocked. You can't even imagine what he did. He's the world's smallest prisoner, but you'd never guess the horrible things he's done.
Hey.
Danny came up with a chilling and terrifying.
Hold on, y'all. Oh my God.
What country is that? That United States?
I think so. I don't know.
Oh, I would hope. Oh God, no.
He was just 7 years old, right?
Yeah. But
So
what
why they got him in
7-year-old?
jail and not the parents?
Good question.
Because he wasn't old enough to take care of his sister.
Oh man.
You
Wow.
would think. I don't think that's. I think that's against the law in the United States, ain't it?
To leave a
Yeah,
7-year-old at home alone?
yeah.
And
And
if
now
the
y'all didn't
parents
put
went
him in
out,
jail?
if the parents went out, I would hope that they had a babysitter. Now the babysitter could have been charged, should have been charged.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
they said that they left him alone with the baby to go
Oh
get something
hell,
to eat. Let's
oh hell,
play it again so you can hear.
An
oh
idea
hell.
when he was only 7 years old. He's the son of Hannah and her husband, Jason. The couple moved to New York after the birth of their second child. But a
New
few days
York.
later, the couple decided to go out for pizza because the kids had a lunch break. Surprisingly, they chose to leave Danny and his 15-month-old sister at home. They figured their son could take care of his sister, and the trip would only take 30 minutes at most. But shortly after they left, Danny was playing with his sister in the kitchen when something terrible happened, and he decided to put her in the oven. When his parents returned, they smelled burning meat as soon as they walked in the door. At first, they thought it was just the smell of the pizza they had bought. But when Hannah went to the kitchen for a drink, she was totally shocked. You can't even imagine what he did.
Okay, Mama, you can stop it. Like,
Yeah, they stay
the
charged.
parents
They
should have
stay
been in
charged
jail.
all day. Yeah, they stay charged 24/7. They should.
And I don't
Why
understand
is
why
they
they put
carrying
that
this
little boy
baby?
through that.
So he
He
was
didn't know no better. He just stuck her in the oven and cut the oven on. Like you throw meat in the oven.
Carlos said he was hungry. Oh my God.
Right.
Oh.
But he didn't know he was play. You know how you watch somebody cook and you stick stuff in the oven and you turn it on?
And why did they leave together?
Right,
Like,
right.
why did both of them leave together?
Exactly. Like, why is he still in jail? Like, why? Why? So many whys.
I
Like,
wouldn't be surprised if they ass didn't do that.
How old is the
yeah,
dude? How old is the boy now? He,
Oof.
he
They
looked
ass
like he's
probably
still
did that.
7.
And they probably did that and blamed it on the damn baby. Cause ain't nowhere in hell. Why would both of y'all leave that
Yeah.
building?
Right.
Because I don't think that he picked that little girl up and threw her in the oven, closed it, and then got up there and cut the oven on. That just don't sound like a 7-year-old can do that. Like they did that before they left, and they left them there.
That's what I believe.
Damn.
And then blamed it on that child, and look where he at. He's suffering because of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they got away
You know,
scot.
my heart just can't take stuff like this no more. I can't take stuff like this. It's just too heartbreaking for me.
I hate hearing bad news sometimes.
Let's see.
This is too sick. This is too heartbreaking, y'all. This is, I mean, look at all the stuff we've been listening to since the beginning of the year.
Right. You right. Hold on. This story is a man rejects his woman after she proposes to him on one knee, says he's still in love with his baby mama. Yeah. Oh God. She didn't see that. She didn't see that coming.
I thought you Tia, this what she do on TikTok.
From
She
the very
do
first day
skits
I laid eyes on you, I knew you was the
like
one.
this.
I knew you was my soulmate. I feel like God
And the
specially
baby
made
mama there.
me. They say sometimes you gotta wait your turn, and it's my turn. But my turn not gonna end I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna win
Come
you.
on, dude.
I
You
want this
make
forever.
we wonder why black
I
women
want
be
you
talking
forever.
bad about
So I have one
And she
perspective.
from Louisiana too. She do skit, child. This is skit.
Oh,
Oh,
Gregory
us.
King,
Whew.
will you marry me?
thank God.
We bad enough. We get talked about by black women. Better. Now you got them. I don't know.
That's crazy. Thank God it's just a
And
skit.
she asked her baby mom. She asked the mama and the sister, "Why did y'all invite her?"
Oh,
The reason why I say that, y'all. Whew. Better enough. We got we
And she
black.
funny though, and she
Oh,
do
yeah.
real good skits too.
oh, okay. Okay. The next story is woman confronts Walmart worker for digging in her behind without washing her hands.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I saw that.
You seen this one,
Crazy.
Mark?
what?
That's
Digging in her
crazy.
ass. I think
What,
that nobody see
what the hell?
your butt. I seen you digging in your ass, like you were
This is
scratching your butt. I got you on video. You need to go wash your hands before you start ringing other people up. You digging in your ass and then went right
Right.
in my. I got you on video. You didn't do it. No, ain't sorry. Why you wouldn't go wash your hands afterwards? Why wouldn't you go wash your hands after you scratching your ass? You went in your bed. You was digging in your ass. Go wash your hands before you ring somebody up. Yeah, go. Yeah, go do that.
It's a lot of them kind of people. Let me tell you my story. It's a lot of them kind of people that don't wash their hands. Let me tell you. I used to work at the clubs in the bathroom, right? I was a bathroom attendant. And
oh, yeah.
you will see them ladies come out the bathroom and don't even wash their hands. They just go. They just go right out the door.
You up?
Don't even wash their hands. And every time they come in there, because they come in there like 5 times a night to use the restroom because they've been drinking. And they never wash their hands. And I'm looking at them, you dirty. Ooh,
Damn.
just trifling.
Woo. Lord Jesus, hold on.
Yeah, they be the ones, child. They be the ones. So y'all
I
need
don't.
to not
Even if I
shake
just
their
touch it, if
hands or
I
none of
touch
that
the
because you might
doorknob,
catch something.
if I touch the doorknob, I gotta wash my hands.
Right.
I don't.
Better start keeping gloves on or something. Shoot.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay, oh Lord, this is crazy work right here. Missing drunk man spent hours helping a search party look for himself.
Huh?
What? You know what?
Hey, they ain't know that was him.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This
He
would
must
be
have been
me.
drinking that Mississippi
Oh, we're gonna
moonshine, some Everclear or something.
well, I'm glad he found himself. Okay, these comments is crazy. Then somebody say, "Well, I'm glad he found himself." Uh, somebody else say, "This dude, this would be me." Oh, we gonna find this dude. Somebody else say, "I know the dog was fed up."
I'm at the dog with a bicycle crop out on like.
Oh God! Somebody else said, "This is the
Barking like
best."
nigga tripping.
Like when
You
I'm
right
using
here.
my phone and can't find it. Okay. They were all drunk then. Somebody said they was all drunk then. I wonder who
Now,
found them. Somebody said, I wonder who found them. Facts.
when we went to Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy that I was looking for myself. I mean, I was looking for my phone, and it was right in my hand.
What? Oh, I done did that plenty of times. I done did that plenty of times.
I think everybody did that one.
Hey,
That
Michelle,
was good. I don't feel so bad.
I sent you one of Kanye in court going off on the judge.
For what?
Play that.
Hold on, let me find
Who would? I can believe that one. He's something else,
He
baby.
done lost his damn
it.
rabbit.
Give me three.
Yeah, like
Okay.
he
Yep,
ain't
I
never
sent you
had it.
three Kanye's, the first one at the top.
Okay, let me put these up.
Wait, where he was in court for?
I don't even know why this nigga was in court, but he talking about you don't know who I am.
Oh,
Oh
so
no.
I would have said no. Please enlighten me.
He been like, I'm Rick James, bitch.
y'all listen to his song by his cousin.
Oh man.
I gotta mute this.
Huh? I gotta mute it?
No, I said I do because my son playing music back here.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
What's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna go to jail?
Only answer my question, sir. No,
I'm asking Equine, can I go to jail over anything related to this lawsuit?
You're not here to ask questions, sir. You're here to answer.
What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? You crazy?
No, you can
I don't
take
know who you talking to. I'm not some slave of yours, boy. What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? That's the dumbest. Are you crazy? You just told me I can't ask my lawyer a question. What's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna go to jail?
You already masked up and you started doing this
Equine, can I go to jail off of anything related to this lawsuit?
You're not here to ask questions, sir. You're here to answer.
What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? You crazy?
No, you can
You
take.
don't know who you talking to. I'm not some slave of yours, boy.
You
what you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question?
Call them boys.
That's the dumbest. Are you crazy? You just told me I can't ask my lawyer a question. What's gonna happen?
He just vindicated himself. Like you can see why come he asked the judge. Then the judge said that he can't ask questions. That's a lie.
That wasn't him. I took acting out of the
He should be able to ask judges. Yeah, that could have triggered him.
Lawyer question. Yeah, that would have triggered me.
Yeah.
You telling me I just gotta sit here and just listening to what y'all say and I can't even ask a question? Yeah, that's crazy. Hold on. Let me see. What's this one she said? Why is she sitting in a tree like in a
Mama?
Why not?
Come on, yo.
Who is that?
What?
What the heck? Look. She sleep. You hear her snoring?
She's sitting in the bushes, yeah.
Come on, yo.
Her wig came stayed in the bushes. Wait a minute, one more time.
Mama.
He is annoying.
Come on, yo.
What happened?
Her wig stayed in the bushes. When she raised up, the wig stayed in the bushes.
Mama.
Mama.
Come on, yo.
She got to be drunk.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. Let's see. Oh man, that was a good one. Stop laughing.
Shut the fuck up. I got my own record. That's why I'm going live. Shut the fuck up. Dumb bitch. Man, whatever the fuck. Man, I swear to God on my mama. I hate this dumb bitch guts. Hey, I swear to God, bitch, I'll beat your motherfucker. Hey, bitch, open this. Shut the fuck up. I got my own record. That's why I'm going live. Shut the fuck up. Dumb bitch. Man, whatever the fuck. Man, I swear to God on my mama.
He look
I
like
hate this dumb bitch guts.
Nutty, whatever his name is.
Hey, I swear to God, bitch, I'll beat your motherfucker. Hey,
It must have been true.
Open this.
It must have been true. Why did he go back at her like that? That is crazy.
Come on, black man. You making us look like we ready to get fucked up by black women.
Woo. Wait a minute. I don't deal
And
with.
the black women don't feel safe by us anyway.
Lord Jesus. Let me see. Wait a minute.
He give them a reason to think that.
Facts, Margaret. So
I feel you, Margaret.
Okay, I see it. Hold on. So Eve on a spree. She's sending me these videos. Hold on. Okay.
Hey, I got a question. What y'all think about the Tory Lane situation?
Oh, Tory Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get that twice. This.
I think that he shouldn't have. If he didn't do it, he should have said that he didn't do it instead of trying to uphold the street code. Oh, I ain't snitching. I ain't snitching. No, fuck that. If Kelsey shot that girl, he should have told his lawyer that Kelsey shot that girl.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he trying to protect her, thinking he's gonna get off with a slap on the wrist, or think that what's her name, Megan Thee Stallion, was just gonna let it go and she fooled their ass.
So is this still about when she got pow in the foot?
Yeah.
What the hell? I thought
You know what? You know the dude about who did the stabbing. And now Megan Thee Stallion fan was trying to send him money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not Tory Lane, to the dude who do the stabbing.
Right, yeah. What? What, he got a lot of people don't like him or something?
I think that's a lie. Because why would she, number one, send money in her own damn name to the dude that stabbed to her? That's crazy. That's incriminating herself.
Mm-hmm. I think the fans, her fans.
You say her fans did.
Yeah.
Oh, sent the guy money, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't got nothing to do with her. They got a mind of their own. She ain't telling to.
Mm. Let's see what this is going on in Philly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, body bags.
Yeah.
Those are homeless people that were killed outside.
Huh?
Those are homeless people that
they
were
was unalived by who?
They don't know.
They were sleeping outside on the sidewalk and got unalived.
Yep.
Mm.
Wow.
Philly got a serial killer.
What was this at?
In Philly.
It ain't that dude with the bald headed. No, that's not. Oh. Hmm.
Oh, not good.
So this how they getting rid of the homeless now?
That's what I'm wondering too.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Michelle, remember when I told y'all that I had ordered my Louis Vuitton boots to my cowboy boots?
Mm-hmm.
Don't show it, but I'm going to send it to y'all. They came, y'all. They came. I don't want nobody copying my shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I even got a fan purse to match.
What?
Looking like this.
Said shorty cereal with a fork. What?
What did you say about these kids?
Oh
no. It's on IG. Bitch got 3 forks on her crib. Word of my mom's. Kids eat cereal with a fucking fork. But you on IG acting like you some get money bitch.
Whoa.
Your fridge is empty. Your couches is
what?
I see all the bitches on the IG like this. And the roaches? Like the leg. You see that shit right there? Look, the leg like this. Bitches on IG like that. Got 2 forks on her house. Kids is eating cereal with a fork.
Yeah.
Looking like this on IG. Bitch got 3 forks on her crib. Word of my mom's. Kids eat cereal with a fucking fork. But you on
That's why
IG
can't nobody come to my house. I'm so serious. They don't know what you got. They just assume.
Woo.
That's why can't nobody come to my house. I be in this bitch by myself.
Why would you? I feel you on that lazy girl. Why the fuck is you in here counting my forks and spoons?
Exactly.
Oh, lazy go to him. Nope.
Talk
Nope.
about
No.
a no way. That's crazy. Hmm.
Did you look at him?
I'm finna look now.
Tell me that.
Instead of you talking about her fork, how about you go buy some spoons?
Girl. Yes. I love it.
And the fan purse.
Yes. I thought that was a real fan.
It is a fan, but it got a strap that you can strap it across your body and carry it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But look, hold on. Y'all can't get it unless you go buy it from the Louis Vuitton store himself. Okay? And it ain't cheap either. So y'all can talk what y'all want, but that $1,200 for a fan.
Okay. Hold on. What else is this unit set?
Girl, look at them. Them is funny too.
After everything I just posted, that came over to your house. Just when did it become a question?
Damn.
I got beating that woman up. So you know what she did?
Hey, stupid in here.
Watch what she do. Watch what she do.
They'll all get ran over.
She drove into somebody's house.
What? She. Wait a minute, she did what?
She drove the car into somebody's house.
One of them.
They was beating her up. Them two men were beating her up. See? Look.
Beating up a woman?
Yeah. He said he got her, so she jumped in there and drove off with her.
Hey, stupid in here.
Beating on a woman like that.
Damn.
What kind of ludicrous stuff? 2 men that jumped on a woman.
That's what I be talking about when I say they just living off the stereotypes that they give us.
You know what, black
And she
man?
just making us look bad.
You making us look black. Whoa. You wonder why black women don't want to be.
Damn.
Why?
Hell,
What the hell did she do to deserve to get beat up like that?
2 men, not 1.
I kind of seen y'all, but
Hey, stupid in here.
I would have slit his throat. Excuse me, but I would have.
Damn.
Damn.
That's
He said,
crazy.
"Fuck it, I'm gonna fuck you up too."
I hope they got him off of it.
Damn.
Shit. Whew.
That was too dramatic for me.
where is it?
Don't tell me the balcony gonna fall in.
Look like you right. Kind of.
What the?
Oh, he gonna jump off the back. What the?
Why? He must have been high.
Had to been.
That is crazy. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way in here.
You gotta be throwing out your mind to do something like that.
Fall and hurt himself.
Shoot. You see all that water went up in the air?
Did he make it?
Yeah, he made it into the water. See all that water?
But that impact.
Yeah.
That impact could have fucked them up.
Did he make it out?
Yeah.
Everybody gonna take him.
Hold on.
And then they see what they get ready to do with this motherfucker.
Hold on, let's see.
I got to let him up.
Minneapolis and state officials are quietly preparing for a possible pardon of Derek Chauvin. Shirley.
Oh yeah, they been said that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
forgot
been
about
said
that.
that.
Oh, hell no.
Hmm.
Hell no. I know his family ain't going for that. Mm-mm. No way. No way.
Where that boots at? Where that
Damn.
boots at?
Y'all know I went to school with him, right?
You did?
Who?
That Derek? Guy?
No, the football player, the guy that he was on his neck. He went to Yanks.
Oh, with George?
George Floyd.
Yeah, George Floyd. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How was he when he was in school? Or was you around him much, or no, you just knew he was a student?
I just seen him around.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He was in football or whatever. I was in like the choir, and they lockers was like right by ours.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, I got it. I got it. I'm gonna play it now. Okay. And thank you for the prayers, Critical Think. I love those when you send those to me.
Face forward. Ain't nothing to be looking at. Don't let them paws drop off that wall. Stay right there. Let them drop off the wall. Go ahead. I'm gonna tear you up. You're gonna go to black to purple. Do you understand? That's what a pad is for.
What's she talking to?
This ain't nothing
Oh,
for
the
you to
dog.
on.
Her little cousin put
Nobody
her
should have
puppy
to
in
tell you
timeout
what
for
to pee
peeing
at.
off her pad.
You was 9 months. Ain't nobody should tell you
Is
what
she
to pee
really
at.
on the wall?
You should automatically know. Oh, you ain't got nothing to be looking at. Face forward.
You see it right there?
Ain't nothing to be looking at. Don't let them paws drop off that wall. Stay right there. Let them drop off the wall. Go ahead. I'm
I
gonna
love
tear
seeing
you up.
people or
You
black
gonna
people
go to
get their
black to
animals
purple. Do
though.
you understand?
Yeah.
That's what a pad is for.
That's dog abuse.
My cats would have been playing with her. They would have moved. They would have do like moving one paw at a time. Looking at her like, you
Wow.
can be
I was
serious.
like, you got to break or maybe make a turn or something. That's suspicious.
I think he saw me and got nervous.
Surprised. Really? What would make me nervous?
If you're hiding something, obviously. License and registration, please.
Okay, that's what I was waiting on you to ask. So, what's my license? Probably should have asked that before you were sitting.
And I'll ask the questions, okay?
Oh, he didn't know she was a
This
judge?
vehicle's registered to you.
Oh, that's the one with the judge.
You people always want to argue and
Oh,
make
okay.
things way more difficult than they have to be. I just asked you a question. All you have to do is answer.
Watch how this end though.
So you get
Reckless driving, endangering those around you. You're going too slow.
5 miles less than the okay, and I endanger people. Okay, but slow. Okay, and power doesn't come in a uniform. It really comes from. Hey.
Oh yeah,
You have a
I
broken
didn't see the
taillight,
whole
ma'am.
video like this
That's
one.
another citation.
What are you
He knocked
doing?
out
It's
her
illegal to be
taillight.
driving around with a broken taillight.
Yeah, after you broke it.
I did not break it. I'm trying to keep the
You
street safe.
actually, are you kidding me?
He just broke the judge taillight, y'all.
You know what? Intentional damage, intentional property damage is a misdemeanor. You want me to read you the statute?
Why are you dressed like that? Why are you wearing a robe?
Really? Surprise, judge.
I'm not a judge. I'm a police officer.
Not you. Me. How about that?
You're a judge.
No, I just wearing this robe because I have nothing else to do.
Well, you don't act like a judge, and you definitely don't look like a judge.
Yeah. What do they look
What
like?
do a judge look like?
Not you.
Oh, not me?
Ooh.
What do they look like? I don't look like a judge? Well, guess what? I am one. And I'm on my way to work now. But you know what? I've sentenced more men with better discipline than you. You'll be standing when I walk in court.
Tell him again.
I mean, why didn't you just lead with telling me that you were a judge?
I didn't have to.
All you had to do was tell me you were a judge.
I didn't have to tell you nothing. You
It's
treat
still
every
now.
citizen with respect.
I do. I'm just doing my job.
That's what it make if I was a judge.
Oh, knocking out
What
tail
difference?
lights is
You
respect.
still didn't have the right to break my tail light, and then you give me a citation with that?
Very suspiciously. That's why I pulled you over. Speed limit.
Oh, they didn't let it go to the end because at the end he was like, "I'm sorry, make it to work safely and all that." He was like backtracking.
Damn.
Ain't nothing he could do
Yeah.
now.
It didn't get all that.
F8
Yeah, I hope she sock it to his ass. I really do.
Talking about, I hope you make it to work okay and drive safely. I'm like, what? Did he just say that after he broke her tail light?
Wow. See? Hold on a minute. What's this one?
Y'all went to the movies Friday? Or y'all just watching? Whoa.
You stole that money up the counter.
What money? You need to give me some.
There was some money on the counter. Like he didn't get nothing.
Oh, you put it in his pocket.
Yeah. Well, watch this.
I know when sometimes that dude had money at the
Stole money
counter.
on that tip jar.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
That's crazy.
That was quick.
Yeah. Oh. He sound like he ain't did nothing. Watch it and do it again. Look real close. I was like, what's his hand?
I seen him.
He ain't see them damn cameras right there.
Mm-mm.
The hell?
He must didn't.
Crazy. Hey, lazy girl. It was good. Church was good.
Hey, lazy girl.
Oh my God. Ooh, Lord Jesus. What you call her? Quantez? You mean Quanny? You gave her a new name.
What are you doing over this way?
Hold on, yeah. Let's see. Let me see here. What else I got sent? Oh, wait a minute. So it was sent some more stuff. Hold on. What is? Oh, right here. Hold on, so Evil, I got you.
Help my family get the medication they need and it works right. The body insurance, but unfortunately they didn't cover the medications that the doctor prescribed. My mom is making sure I was.
Dang, we found a bunch.
First time I was 17 years old. Please tell everyone I know that better.
Your phone must have did that. It's okay. Okay, where do I start? Oh, I did that one twice. Dang it. I did multiple ones twice. Why did I do that? What the heck?
Get out of the car! Get out! Get out of the car! Stop! Get out! Get out of the car!
Oh Lord.
Damn.
What the hell?
Somebody don't know how to drive.
Robber. What the fuck?
Ooh, he tore up all them cars.
Call 911!
Call 911.
He jumped out and ran.
She literally.
What the hell? They got him.
What is the matter with you? Do you know how many people
You got a woman?
Get out of the car! Get out! Get out of the car! Stop! Get out! Get out of the car!
Wow. This is crazy.
What the fuck?
Was they black or what?
I don't know.
Robber. What the fuck?
He said grab her. It's a woman?
Call 911!
Call 911. She literally.
She destroyed a lot of cars.
For real.
That whole parking lot full of destroyed cars.
Right.
In a bold robbery, the pair jumped through the ceiling of a check cashing
What
business,
you doing that?
duct taped a worker, and took more than $150,000 in cash. Channel 2's Tom Regan is live outside that business on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Northwest Atlanta. Tom, the crime seemed well planned.
Yeah, Wendy, this is definitely not a spur-of-the-moment crime. Clearly, these guys did their homework, studying the layout of this building, figuring out how they could break through the roof to score a huge payday.
Does that shock you, that amount of money getting stolen?
That's a lot of money. It is. And they went through the ceiling?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Front steward...
In a bold robbery, the pair jumped through the ceiling of a check cashing business. They duct taped a worker and took more than $150,000 in cash. Channel 2's Tom Regan is live outside that.
Woo. Boy, that's a hell of a lick right there.
Wow.
They hit a hell of a lick.
People are getting desperate. They ain't got no more jobs, and
yeah,
people got to pay $2,000 rent. You know.
Yeah.
Girl, that worker probably
But
has something to do with that too.
And some people. I mean, it's hard out here.
All this fine shit in Atlanta. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all this fine shit in Atlanta, man. Get the fuck on. Get away from me, man. Stop distracting me. I got shit to do. I'm sick of this shit. Fine shit everywhere. Fine shit here. Fine shit that. Leave me the fuck alone. Find your ass something to do. Leave me the fuck alone, man.
How about you don't look?
Can't get shit done. Fine shit, yeah. What you doing today? Fine shit. Did you eat today? Fine shit. You want to go get a drink? Fine shit. You got hookah over there? Damn. Leave me the fuck alone. All this fine shit in.
He got too much shit going on. Okay.
Oh God. He said fine shit.
He been a player his whole life. Now he talking about, y'all leave me alone.
First responders have pulled a body from a cove in Lake Lanier this afternoon. It comes after crews searched the area for hours looking for missing kayaker Dustin Valencia, who went missing Wednesday. Fox 5's Kim Leffler joins us from that scene now with the latest. What have you found out, Kim?
Well, DNR game wardens used sonar equipment to find that body in the middle of the cove here around 1:30 this afternoon. But as of right now, they have not released the identity of that body. A tragic discovery Friday in the waters of Lake Lanier. Forsyth County fire divers pulled a body from the cove.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
That might not be the body they looking for.
I agree with you, Mel.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Lake
near Little Ridge
Lanier is
Park.
one strange
This cove
ass lake.
slopes from the outsides to the inside. It's deeper in the middle. The body was found in 51 feet of water, and it was very close to the center of
All
the
right, yeah,
cove,
I'll be back there if y'all be up
where
there 'cause I'm about to go
the
eat.
bottom was pretty clear
All right.
There's too many
and free of
souls in
trees.
that lake,
It
baby.
comes as crews
All
spend
right,
hours searching for missing
All right,
kayaker
y'all.
Dustin Valencia,
Love
a
y'all.
day after someone found his kayak nearby.
Well, he launched from this beach area, and the kayak was found just around the corner there on the outside of the cove. So we believe we've kind of pinpointed this as a search area.
The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says Valencia's wife called the sheriff's office on Wednesday when he didn't pick up their kids from school. His wife tracked his phone to the area of Little Ridge Park. That's where the sheriff's office found his car, the bag for an inflatable kayak, and his flip-flops. Friends say the father of 5 was training for a triathlon. While it's still unclear exactly what happened, the Department of Natural Resources reiterated the importance of wearing a life jacket on the water.
My understanding was he did not have a life vest on, because even the best of swimmers can have a medical emergency, can have a cramp. Anything can happen out there that could incapacitate someone. And if you're incapacitated, I don't care how good of a swimmer you are, you're not going to stay on top.
That's right.
Again, at this hour, officials have not yet identified the body pulled from the lake here this afternoon. I've spoken with several of Valencia's friends all throughout the day, and their
First responders have pulled a body from a dang.
I wouldn't take my dog swimming in Lake Lanier. It's too many damn souls in that lake. Too
Damn.
many souls.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard about that late.
Let me see.
From Bankhead, we gotta ask Chris.
You from the east side too?
I'm from the west side.
East side, we stand up together, man.
I'm from right down
East side.
Bankhead.
Yeah.
Is that a mustache?
I'm from Bankhead.
Hey, pause that real quick, Michelle. Pause that real quick.
Is that a mustache?
Yeah, that's a mustache. But I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, you know when I say I go on the west side and play cards, it's her house.
Huh?
Oh.
It's her house.
You be in her house?
It's her gaming house. And listen what them little niggas tell you. Don't fuck with her. That mustache, don't get it twisted.
Right.
Woo-hoo.
What?
Just listen to what they say, because she run that house.
What?
Okay.
Hey, we gotta ask Chris.
You from the east side too?
I'm from the west side.
East side, we stand up together, man.
I'm from right down
East side.
Bankhead.
Yeah.
I'm from Bankhead. I'm from Bankhead.
Bankhead.
Yep. Foot.
Bankhead, my
Yeah. Ain't never scared. I told you, quit walking up on me because I'll bust your ass. You playing with me though, for real. I ain't never play.
Listen. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. She is from Bankhead. She from Bankhead. I can't take that from him. Her. She from Bankhead. But y'all better leave her alone. I know that much. Y'all better leave her alone. And that's the last time I'm gonna say that. That's the last time I'm gonna say that shit, man. Stop talking about her mustache. Stop talking about her goatee. Let it grow.
Leave her alone.
He said, let it grow. Leave her alone.
So I'm gonna have to eat you and keep talking about her mustache.
Who?
Because she from Bankhead. Let that go. Y'all leave folks who from my hood alone. And Drewski, you stole my video, nigga. And reposted it. And didn't even goddamn thank the goddamn tag a nigga for video credits or nothing. Nigga, she even said my whole name, nigga, in this motherfucking video. Nigga, you stole my shit, nigga. But I'm gonna let that go. I ain't gonna do all that though. But you know you did that wrong, gang.
That's one of them little white
You
ends
gotta
be
go back
on the
and forth,
porch.
guys. You know you did that wrong. On my mama twin. Pull up, bitchy eating, nigga. Yo, dead serious.
From Bankhead, we gotta ask Chris.
Wait a minute. Oh man.
Yeah. Hey Cam, lazy girl. D, I didn't even see you in there.
A shooting that killed 2 people.
Who you say?
D.
Hey, I feel him. Hold on. Who gave them their driver's license? Oh, you talking about the other story?
Right.
That's crazy as hell.
I'm sorry, y'all know these all came from me, the ATL.
I already know. They know who the hell is going kayaking at a haunted lake.
Right?
Everybody knows about Lake Lanier, okay?
Okay.
Everybody and their mama know. You don't even put your foot in Lake Lanier.
Okay.
I don't even want to come around it, period.
And I heard about it so much, I was just like who?
Memorial
Like
Day
Lanier.
is coming, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that motherfucker gonna be packed as fuck.
Lake Lanier?
Hell yeah.
Baby,
They
please.
don't care. The ones that come from out of town, they go out there and be everybody that's from here, that's been here. We ain't going out there.
Mm-hmm.
So do it be like black or Caucasian? I mean, what do
A mix. It be out of town white people, out of town black people. They think they got all them boats and motherfucking wade runners and everything, and they be going out there getting on it. They think they having fun. Next thing you know, somebody then got grabbed from the underworld and pulled down.
I'm trying to tell you.
I heard that lake was built over a cemetery.
It is.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm
I
gonna
did
tell
hear
you,
that.
when they go swimming in that lake, they come from out of town, and then people bring their kids to go swimming in that lake. Somebody jumps out of that thing and say they felt somebody grab their leg. They under there. They are under there, and they want to come out. They want that water gone, and they want their body. They want to rest.
They want their resting place back. Yeah.
So
What they leave them people alone and let them get their rest.
They pulling
Take
their
y'all ass out of
they
that lake.
pulling them down. Everybody talking about this Michael Myers. I mean, it's Jason out there. Jason's out there. Okay. Jason, Uncle Jimmy, Uncle John, Nathan, Timothy,
Quani say it's built on top of a whole town.
Buck. It's built over everything.
That's crazy.
Yep.
They came out there and took over that city and made it what it is. And see, Quana, you see they just made that new man-made beach out there going toward Fayetteville.
Fayetteville. I got to look that up.
That was majority. What? She said that lake was built over a city that was majority black, wealthy people. And the white people burnt it down out of jealousy and hatred. Damn.
Yep.
Oscarville. What's Oscarville? That was the name of the town?
Yeah, that was the name of the town.
Yeah, go to the gas station.
Girl, I don't
They got asses
there.
out of Oscarville.
You can't get me to when somebody say we got a boat, we going out on Lake Lanier.
Margaret say stay y'all ass out of Oscarville.
Like,
I'll
good
pray for
luck.
y'all.
Not me.
You call it Lake Lanier, but it's Oscarville. So you stay your ass.
Y'all have fun out there in Lake Lanier.
They flooded the town because black men messed with white women.
What? Let me send you that Lake Lanier thing.
She said they flooded the town because black men messed with white women.
Wow.
They was just jealous of black people, period.
Yeah.
We was doing they had their own little city.
Yeah.
Doing their own thing. And I believe if we get something like that again, they'll do the same thing.
Okay, I got it.
Out of jealousy.
That's crazy work.
I don't think that was the only town that was smothered in water, lake. They had another town too, I believe.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me play this one first. Right here.
I have to go Google
A shooting
it.
that killed 2 people and sent 2 others to the hospital has been traced back to a territory beef between 2 rival gangs.
That's right. So Forest Park police say that they've arrested 1 member of the Outcast motorcycle gang, and right now they're looking for another in connection to that deadly shooting over a week and a half ago. They say 2 victims were in the rival Wheel of Soul motorcycle club. 11 Live's Chase Howell is joining us live outside of where that shooting happened. So Chase, is that gang known to be a problem in that area, and what do we know about these alleged members?
Faith, Jonathan, let's start from the top here. So according to police, that gang hasn't been a problem here in Forest Park per se, but they have been involved in criminal activity throughout the state, and which I'll get into here in a moment. As for those suspects, though, police say they were the same 2 that were taken to the hospital after the shooting. Those gunshots, police say, were the result of a turf war between known gang members a little less than 2 weeks ago. And sitting in the Clayton County Jail is Donnell McKnight, who Forest Park police say has ties to the Outcast motorcycle gang. Meanwhile, police say Nigel Blackwood is nowhere to be found since being discharged from the hospital following the shooting. From the hospital, where did Mr. Blackwood go? How did he just left the hospital?
Well, we did not have warrants at that time.
According to police, McKnight and Blackwood targeted the 2 people killed. Both of them, investigators say, were affiliated with the Wheels of Soul motorcycle club.
From my understanding, the Wheels of Soul is out of Philadelphia, and they're trying to establish their presence here inside of Georgia.
This is.
Hold on, I ain't heard nothing about motorcycle gangs getting into it in a long, long time.
And they said that they was part of the KKK too, didn't they?
What? Hold on.
The first time since one of the gangs made headlines in Clayton County. In September 2023, the state says a member of the Atlanta chapter of the Outcast motorcycle gang was indicted on several different charges for forcing women into prostitution and funneling all the money back into the gang. But the group goes far beyond Metro Atlanta. In June 2023, over in Richmond Hill, Georgia, which is about 30 minutes southwest of Savannah, police raided a home belonging to the crew, which led to the largest motorcycle gang indictment in the state's history.
Wow.
It was close to $200,000 in cash, 71 firearms, and total pieces of evidence was over 1,000.
A shooting that killed 2 people and sent 2 others to the hospital has been traced back to a territory beef between 2 rival gangs.
That's right. So
that is crazy. I ain't heard nothing like that in a long time. Hold on. Okay. Wait, did the other ones come through? Yeah. That it?
Is getting a lot of credit for a major drug bust.
A 19-year-old driver ran a red light right in front of his patrol car. As Fox 5's Doug Evans reports, deputies say they found a large quantity of drugs and stolen firearms.
We've got the body cam video, and look how quickly it takes the deputy to decide to arrest Zion Ahmed. At this point, he's just being detained for running a red light, and the smell of marijuana coming from his car. That's about to change, though, and look how fast it happens. What the deputy says he had just spotted inside the car was a Glock 9mm handgun with what's called a switch on it. That makes it fully automatic and illegal. He takes Ahmed into custody, and at this point, the deputy doesn't even know yet the car is loaded with drugs. The discovery would come when they searched the car and said they found 1,500 packages of marijuana with a total weight of 13 pounds. Also, 131 grams of ecstasy, as well as oxycodone, shrooms, THC oil, and vape pens, along with the illegal handgun with the switch on it. Deputies say they also found a stolen firearm that had been flagged by federal agents. Sheriff Barry Babb says Zion Ahmed is 19 years old. He's from Hampton. He's facing 10 felonies, including trafficking and weapons charges.
He's 19 years old. And obviously, from some of the conversations that he had with the officer, it was the lure of easy money. But his luck ran out.
Sheriff Babb says Ahmed outright owned the sedan he was driving, an Infiniti Q50. A quick internet search, that's a $40,000 luxury car. They've seized it, and if he's convicted, it could get forfeited. I'm Doug Evans, Fox 5 News in Fayette County.
So he's getting a lot of credit for a
19
major
years
drug
old.
bust.
A 19-year-old driver ran a red light right in front of his patrol car, as Fox 5's Doug Evans reports.
Wow. There's a lot going on. Hold on. Let's skip a sir.
What Tink Tink and Muffin doing down there growling? Where they plant at?
Huh?
They little plant.
Hey, you see I'm live.
Happened at a home on Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard. Fox 5's Joy Dukes is live there with the latest. Joy.
Yeah, Eric, good evening to you. We're actually here outside of APD headquarters where that suspect is being questioned as we speak. Police tell us that the victim in that deadly shooting was her brother. Yellow tape and APD crime scene vehicles lined the 100 block of Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard, where police say a dispute between siblings led to a deadly shooting Sunday afternoon. Atlanta police tell Fox 5 officers responded to a person shot call that came in just after 1 p.m. When they got to the scene, they found a man in his mid-40s suffering from a gunshot wound, who was later pronounced dead.
What we learned is a domestic situation between the decedent and his sister, the sister being the shooter. The sister has been transported to headquarters for questioning, and the investigation is ongoing.
Police spent several hours on scene as investigators worked to gather evidence. Anthony Watson says he lives nearby and was walking to the grocery store when he noticed the commotion.
Police blocked off the street and was curious about what happened because like around 2 years ago on this exact same street that we're standing at right now, there was a murder.
He tells Fox 5 that murder and a string of other deadly shootings in the area prompted him to move out of the house that sits next door to the crime scene.
Yeah, I had to leave the area because of the constant shootings. There was a shooting at the Chick-fil-A, there was a shooting at the Walmart, there was a shooting at the barbershop across the street.
Happened at a home on Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard. Fox 5's Joy Dukes is live there with the latest. Joy.
Yeah, Eric, good evening to you. We're actually here outside of APD headquarters where that suspect is being questioned as we speak. Police tell us that the victim in that deadly shooting was her brother.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll have to move too. Yeah.
To unalive your own brother. You know, you siblings. Damn, come on. You say you have to move too?
Yeah, there's a lot of shooting going on around my neighborhood, around me. Yeah, I got to go.
What the hell is that?
Around 8. Time for y'all fuck niggas to go. Straight up. Straight like that. You niggas finna go up, pay. All that shooting video down, finna stamp this shit with hood up there right now. Come on, school. Come on, school. All my niggas doing. Hey, y'all see this shit? All did the real face on the A. Finna stamp this shit right now. Ain't no more of that shooting video down here, all that shit. None of y'all rap pussy ass nigga, y'all ain't paying homage to the tape. All that shit out the motherfucking door from now on. So all that out of town shit, like you coming out here, moving out here, working and shit, that shit a rap, nigga. This day forward, nigga. The tape, that's on everything. Get your fuck ass on. Chase, it's out drive now. Chase these fuck niggas. It's a rap, nigga. Word law around this bitch, nigga. Passport, son. It's out drop now. We revoking all the people. You ain't fucking with the tape. You ain't fucking with shit down here, nigga.
That's that
These promoters finna quit booking y'all. Straight up. You better keep them folks around your ass.
No.
Around 8. Y'all fuck niggas go. Straight up. Straight like.
That's where? That's out there on the West Indian.
Oh.
West Side.
Oh. Damn. That's like
I don't get it.
Shooting no videos.
Them niggas out there crazy anyway. You gotta pay them. They want you to come pay them.
Out of towners.
If you come out there, they need some cash.
Damn. That's crazy work.
Like that. Okay. You nigga finna go or pay. All that shooting them video down, finna stamp this shit with hood up right now. Come on, school. Come on, school.
Damn. Woo. Let me see. Okay, this one here.
You must got
suspected
1,000
fentanyl
videos.
to kill 2.5 million people is off the streets of Metro Atlanta tonight. Good evening. Glad you're here. I'm Linda Stouffer.
And I'm George Estevez. Just take a look at these pictures. We got these today. These are just some of the deadly drugs confiscated in this historic bust. New at 6.
Yeah.
Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie live in downtown Atlanta. And Mark, the DEA, they work with Sandy Springs Police on this one.
Yeah, and DA says this device is called a TruNarc, and it field tests drugs for a preliminary result of what they are. And in a big bust in Sandy Springs Friday, there was a very troubling positive result for fentanyl.
We seized 5 kilograms of powder fentanyl.
5 kilos or 12 pounds contains potentially enough fentanyl to kill how many people?
2.5 million.
It was shocking when we found that amount of fentanyl in our city. You can compare it to killing our entire population of the city of Sandy Springs.
And several other metro Atlanta cities.
Yes, it is very concerning.
A seizure in Sandy Springs featuring a frightening find and an affirmative field test for fentanyl, the deadly synthetic opioid. And if lab tests confirm suspicions, it's enough fentanyl in powdered form to kill about 2.5 million people. Woo! And in addition, a seizure of counterfeit pills, also suspected of containing fentanyl. That's a Georgia record. Say DEA acting special agent in charge Jay Chung and Sandy Springs Police Major Forrest Bohannon.
Someone with this quantity of fentanyl that we seized has direct connections to one of 3 cartels: Sinaloa Cartel, Jalisco New Generation Cartel, better known as CJNG, or the Nueva La Familia Cartel. And we're confident that we'll be able to track this down to one of those cartels.
We found 2 weapons in this apartment complex where we found these fentanyl pills. There are children and adults and several innocent people that live in that area.
Major Bohannon says an anonymous tip from another department led Sandy Springs Police, who pulled in DEA, to an apartment where they found a contraption for packing powder into bricks, and then to a car, and a stunning discovery.
In 2 suitcases, we found approximately 240,000 pills, which we believe to contain fentanyl.
Agent Chung and Major Bohannon tell us the haul included smaller amounts of cocaine, methamphetamine, and PCP, but most of what investigators found is suspected to be fentanyl, which kills about 70,000 Americans a year. Agent Chung says the counterfeit pills are made to look like oxycodone, a painkiller that is one of the most abused drugs here and elsewhere. The DEA's Chung says Metro Atlanta remains the hub of cartel activity for the southeastern United States, one of the 2 most significant locales for that in the eastern U.S., with about half the dope that...
Enough suspected fentanyl to kill 2.5.
That's crazy. Woo. Damn.
You said who's selling Tide? Yeah, here. There's a Tide shop down the street, dog. Literally, right down the street.
You said the rent so high.
Yeah, for that shit.
You know that's bad.
Make sure that shit hold. Make sure that shit hold now. Make sure that shit hold. Make sure that shit stick. Vicious.
I just realized she was taping everything together.
You said who's selling Tide? Yeah, here. There's a Tide shop down the street, y'all. Literally, right down the street. Fuck that shit.
You gotta turn that power up some more.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
They need to turn it off.
Make sure that shit hold. Make sure that shit hold now. Make sure that shit hold. Make sure that shit stick.
Now that's terrible. Tink, that's crazy. Woo, Lord Jesus. Hold on, what is this? Y'all still there?
Yeah, we here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm here.
What the heck is this?
No, in Atlanta, our speed limit is damn near 65. So if you're doing 65, all the old ladies and everybody that's doing 65, you be in this lane right here. You hear me? If you're in that second lane, you got to be doing at least 75, man. 75 to 85, just in this lane. This lane right here, you got to be doing 85 and up. This whole express, the last lane to the left, this for Hellcats and people that's running from the police and people that's late for work.
He telling the truth. He is telling the truth on how to drive in LPL.
No, in Atlanta,
That's everywhere.
our speed limit is damn near 65. So if you're doing 65,
That's
all the
how
old
ours
ladies
is,
and
too.
everybody that's doing 65, you be in this lane right here. You hear me? If
That's
you in that
slow
second
lane.
lane,
I
you
stay
got
in
to be
that
doing at
last
least
lane.
75,
Right?
man.
Yeah, I stay in that damn
75
lane.
to 85, just
Yes,
in this lane.
85 and
This
up.
lane right here, you got to be doing 85 and up.
Yeah.
This
Tell them
whole express,
again.
the last lane to the left, this for Hellcats and people that's running from the police and people that's late for work. If you ain't doing that one of them,
That's
stay
me.
out
I'm
this
in that
lane,
last
okay?
lane.
Stay
That's
over
right.
here.
Let them
That's
do
right. No, in Atlanta, our speed.
it. Let
Hell
them
no,
make
I
it.
like that. That's the God's honest truth right there.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Everybody need to know.
Right.
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
There
Get
you
out
go.
the way.
Hey,
Get out the way.
oh man. Hold on. Say a little duct tape ain't gonna hurt. I duct tape everything. Oh, lazy girl, you so silly. Hey, emotion. How you been? Good to see you. Yeah, emotion talking to y'all on the panel.
Hey, emotion.
What's up, bro? Is that a girl?
That's emotion. That's the one that be playing those songs for us, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Oh, that's a dude. Okay.
yeah. You haven't heard him play his music on here?
Nah, I forgot who Emotion was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he been gone a little minute.
On one time when he played it.
Okay. Well, y'all, I gotta get ready to go in here and fix my spaghetti. But I don't know if I'll be back on later. 7:30. Yeah, I might be done for the night. I don't know. I'm not sure, but just keep your notification bell on just because just in case I decide to go live a little later. I don't know. Been on here what? Almost 4 hours. Wow, time be flying. But yeah, I gotta go in here and cook because I know Carlos will be getting hungry in a minute. He ate a sandwich. I guess that was my hint. And okay, you know, you been on there and ain't nothing in the pots. So yep, I gotta go
I
do
thought
my
he
work.
was the cook of the house.
No, he be waiting on me now. I'm like,
Oh,
wait a minute, you the chef? You know,
right.
shoot, I'm supposed to be waiting on you, not the other way around. But yep, I enjoyed you guys. Like I said, I'll maybe come back tonight. Not sure, but I don't have work tomorrow, so who knows? I may do it earlier live tomorrow. Yeah. Neither here nor there. I love you guys. Have a blessed evening. I will. I enjoy my spaghetti. And y'all stay blessed, man. Have
Me
a blessed
too.
one to the next one.
Travel light, everybody.
Good night. Love everybody.
Love
Bye.
y'all. Thanks for coming back, Boss Lady Mel.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.